be rising in popularity, at least in M5. And the Paquito immediately going to be the ban for AP Brand, who is blue side, red side. I mean, oh, yeah, they're blue side.
Yeah, woof.
So that was Onyx banning Paquito.
I gotta talk about the timings here because looking at AP Brand, when they do have the Brody, the second turtle, the Brody will rotate to that turtle and join the team fight very early on, getting that 2-item power spike by that point. Yeah. What is the timing for AP Brand here? What kind of pressure do they want to put on Onyx?
You nailed it right in the head. It's the second turtle. And one thing that you'll notice about like Matilda Brody is that the Brody is much faster when it comes to farming because of that guiding wind. You're going to see like a cross-map play, like maximum range guiding winds at a min-max. And for sure that will be the timing. Second turtle go in and they're going to be just completely ramaging through instead of Onyx. That's why Onyx went for the Tigreal, because they want to look for a stopper for this kind of aggression coming out from AP Brand.
To the folks at home, we got our draft back here. AP Brand picked up the Frederick Matilda as well as the Brody, while Onyx picked up the Valentina. This Dairoth, we can't say it's for Boots or Kyrie.
Exactly.
And as well as the Tigreal here, because we've seen Onyx play it both ways.
Yep.
At this point, I don't know.
Yeah, that's why you first pick it, and then eventually they'll get their marksman in the fourth pick. Lilia being banned here by Onyx. They might consider getting the Claude or a Fredrin a Carry, in fact, because Carry is great against the Fredrin, and in a way it can man up against the Brody, or at least hand-to-hand combat against that Brody. And we know for sure that CW is a player that can actually play that hero.
That's something that maybe Onyx are looking to attack from the angle that they can actually secure. Well, maybe not a gold laner here. Save the gold laner for last.
Yep.
I do want to bring up the point that for Onyx, I think even in yesterday's series, right, we didn't get to see Onyx on the red side at all. AP Brand decided to take it away from Onyx all 3 games. And the fun fact is, I feel like AP Brand did that intentionally. They know that Onyx have sublime win rates, phenomenal win rates on the red side, Yeb's favorite side, to try to outdraft their opponents. With a Bruno ban here, they've already secured the Brody. They want to really facilitate Super Markel, but Onyx doing the same thing, but to few. They have first pick and second phase. They can deny even more heroes from AP Brand.
Right now for Onyx, they banned out the Paquito. This looks like they don't want cross-map plays. They don't want...
So they're trying to just secure that and then hide that flex pick Dairoth all the way to the end.
Exactly.
Is there a possibility we get an assassin here for Kyrie?
Yes, there's a high possibility. Especially if you don't go for another sustained hero here coming out from AP Brand. I'm thinking like Angela Arlott for them. Arlott has a great combo with the Fredrin because of the amount of CC that you can get, so that you'll always refresh your dashes for the Arlott, and it's also a flat TZ special. And then you supplement that with something like an Angela so that your Brody will be stronger. But they can also go for burst heroes, maybe Kadira in fact for a few in this particular matchup, because you want to go for burst now. You don't want to go sustained battle against Onyx.
My question is it not too risky, because there's a Fredrin as well as a Brody picking up any assassins, but I know Kyrie is the master assassin, the best assassin player in the world, but is it even possible with this kind of draft from coming from AP Brand?
Against Minotaur probably, a Thames. That is a Thames.
Oh, wow. Looks like AP Brand finished up the draft with a Novaria as well as Thomas.
That's right. I think you want to park your Dairoth in the XP lane and maybe get something like a backshot, for example. Is it actually still available? Yeah, backshot is still available, and it's actually pretty good for Onyx. You can go back to that, or maybe a Martis, in fact.
Full aggression in the early game could definitely work. More mobility as well. But if you want best of both worlds, the Assassins will be a solid choice to go for. Dairoth flex into the jungle is what they decide to go for. The Terizla in the XP lane for Mr. Boots.
Let me just say, looking at the draft coming in from Onyx, very strong when it comes to the team fight. But here's the thing, they can play a 4v5. That Claude can go to the side lanes.
It's going to be all about damage for Onyx, but late game damage. I would say though, there is a massive combo between like all the physical damage leaders here coming out from Onyx. They have sustain from the Terizla, so that will be the guy to be in the front lines, and then the Tigreal to follow it up. Then you have the combo, Dairoth plus the Claude, right? For the additional penetration, that will be your damage source for the side of Onyx.
Now going into this game, a reminder, this is going to be the start of the best of 7. Both teams, this is going to be a test of their stamina, of their mental. How are they going to survive this onslaught? And moreover, AP Brand, can they overcome what happened yesterday? We'll witness, can they do it in the Land of Dawn?
Let's see if they can, man. The Dairoth into the Thames lane. Thames perhaps with vengeance, and then it gets real hard to go in all in. what the Dyra loves to do, and what both teams loves to do, is that early game pressure. We're fighting head on, guns blazing into the early game. Lavelle Wolf, sounds like we're in it already.
Yep.
That's a purple.
And the Novaria is helping out.
Helped out. He's now in the mid lane trying to clear the wave.
Exactly. And I kind of feel like both EXP laners are freezing-ish the lane. They're looking at each other and just trying to poke each other out.
In fact, they freeze it so much, I think there's a pause.
Oh, yeah.
There might be it. That might be the case right now, right? We're just holding up again. We got some Filipino fans in the building, as expected. It's all about that support right now in Rizal Memorial Coliseum. But for the folks watching back at home and also the people watching in the venue, please do be patient with us as we deal with some issues.
Yeah, but it's okay. While the pause is happening right here, we do have to talk about how both teams want to approach this fight. Because again, looking at Onyx, the thing that I'm looking at is because when they ban out the Paquito, they have a better chance in case if anything goes wrong. CW can go to the side lane. I kind of feel like with CW, specifically CW on the Claude, it's not impossible for him to win a 1v2 situation.
Not at all. I think he's one of the best weak side gold laners in the world right now, but he is facing off against Super Marco, who this time has his comfort hero. In all the times that I feel like AP Brent has won an international tournament when they were representing the Philippines for ISF and SEA Games, it was on Super Marco getting a bully pick in the gold lane, and then they snowball from that Brody to rotate him across the map. Exactly what we saw again from AP Brent against Blacklist yesterday. They were able to utilize Super Marco to rotate to neutral objectives. It's a strange angle to attack from, but it is an angle that is optimal for AP Brent.
And even that's even more applicable for this particular game just because of the Matilda, right? I think that we've seen this so many times. You park the Matilda in the middle of the lanes, mid to bottom, for example, or bottom or top to mid. Then you utilize the guiding wind, maximum range, and because of the wilderness blessing and available for the Matilda, you really cover up so much ground, and the guiding wind it looks like a massive teleport spell afterwards. So you're definitely going to see that kind of playstyle coming out from AP Brand.
Right now, looking at the draft index, looks like in terms of the late game potential, both teams are quite equal. But when it comes to early to mid game potential, it is Pharaonic. So having this Dyroff in the jungle, it is going to be pretty strong going up against the Fredrin. However, looking at the combination here, Wolf, the Fredrin, the Matilda, the Novaria, as well as the Thomas, if the Thomas joins during the turtle fight, I'm not entirely confident that Onyx can really secure things, even though they have the early to mid game potential.
I guess because of the fact that they are Onyx, maybe they can secure it. But no, technically speaking, there's a definite approach here for the side of Onyx. The way that they will set up their box, it will be the Turtles first. Tanking all of the damage. Badub Smith gonna be the carry as well as Sans leading the charge. Because of the two big boys from Onyx, that might be their setup for the box.
And with that box, that's the big, I feel, issue for both these teams, right? They want to try to set it up, but the other wants to try to make it as chaotic as possible. They want to try to attack from different angles, and I think with AP Brent's comp, that might be what they're looking for here.
Yes.
Attacking from different angles, using that Matilda to create havoc in these team fights, and the Thamas should be doing the same thing, right? If he got the Vengeance here, it'll be really, really hard for the Claude or anyone to even deal with it.
Let me misuse my power at the moment.
Misuse?
Yes, because right now, while the players are on stage, I want the players to hear the crowd cheer. If you're with Onyx, chant Onyx. If you're with AP Brand, chant AP Brand. And Mirko, I know you're with Onyx, so let me hear all the Sonics. Onyx! Oh, we're in the game!
We're in!
Let me hear AP Brand! And with that, let's jump into the game.
We're in, all right. Onyx versus AP Bren in the early stage. Already 1 minute has elapsed. And what does it look like so far? Maybe we can take it slow with the emblems first here, Wolf.
Yeah. We haven't seen them actually right now. Yep. We're going to be looking towards that later on. I'm actually surprised that Brave Smite is Kautee's choice, because I think that in the Philippines, we're the kind of region that likes the Quantum Charge actually on that particular hero. And Zapteezy going in for Impure Rage. Now, one thing that we do know about the Brody is it's a great laner. 1v1 almost wins almost all of the matchups.
And right now, looking at Kyrie already setting up for that turtle. Keyboy absorbing quite a lot of damage coming in from Few as well as Ogwen. Not going to be having priority going into the turtle fight.
Kyrie's holding it, resets it. Sans and Boots rotating over. Both teams looking to go and contest for the first turtle of the game. Flapteezy already regaining that prio in the bottom side of the map. But both teams are still hovering over.
Yeah, right now, again, EP Brand, they do have the Astral Echo to find the opposing side, but Boost goes in.
3-man penalty zone out to Sans' damage coming down, and that's going to be Keyboy who shoves them back. Kyrie winning the red street battle with the implosion coming down as well. Now it's going to be View. Very low first blood picked up by Sans, but a good appraiser's path turns it around. Now Boots all alone. It's a 2-for-1 trade. Make it 2-for-2 for the turtle, but if Boots gets taken down here, Onyx will lose out in the first fight of the game. Flapteezy.
Congratulations, Onyx got the turtle, but they had to pay with 3 members. It's not even worth it, Wolf.
Not at all. At the first turtle fight, you don't want to get that turtle in exchange for 3 heroes. That's the AP Bren. But a wonderful placement coming out from Flapteezy, just keeping his stabs up to Kyrie. Kyrie was way slow because of the control coming out from Flap. He still was able to get the turtle, which is amazing, but the succeeding fight, because they were poked down so much, they didn't have any staying power anymore.
This is why I was wondering, is it good for Onyx to fight around the turtle? Because the poke coming in from AP Brand as well as the heavy damage that they can put out. Flapteezy wants Keyboy.
The CC, right? It's phenomenal. Kyrie jumping in, Sans is there as well with the help of CW. That's a 3-man circling eagle knockup. CW forced to use the defensive battle mirror image back to his own turret. Torn apart memory also used up there. A good shot off the CW under his tier 1. Ogwen's looking for a dive angle. Jumps in with the guiding wind. Super Marco looking for a stun. Battle mirror image out. Super Marco gets 1 hit on the turret gold and backs away.
Great for CW for sure, as he's able to stand his ground. But overall, this is really good for AP Brand because now they are overtaking the jungle. Kautis and Ogwin, and the coverage that they have because of the guiding wind and the sustain that they have with Few from long distance. Woo!
Even an appraiser's wrath just to keep Keyboy at bay. They know how big the playmaking is. Boom.
Dude, the impact is so huge. The entire map lights up. And speaking of the entire map, it looks like what AP Brand is trying to do is try to cover 51% of the map. They're making sure Onyx stays honest. Onyx stays in their path.
I love the crowd, man. I really do. They're cheering for the screen going back to normal Onyx. Some good damage on Ogwen. Astral Echo connecting onto all 4. Flapteezy holding onto the turtle. That's a good Astral Spear onto the back. Boots going to be zoned away for now. Flapteezy jumping in, getting a taunt, knocking Boots up. Flapteezy doing the same thing. Now with Infernum in the circling eagle. Boots with a flicker backwards. That might just be a kill. DPZ to fall back. Phew! Gets a snipe from downtown. And it's Keyboy who's forced back, and now the entire Onyx have to pull back.
Massive pokes coming out from AP Brennan. The positioning, Ogwin was so instrumental in that as well as Flapteezy. This surprise pick with this Matilda and this Tams to make it difficult for Onyx to get some territories, get some ground, and Few being on point with the spear.
The way that I see it, AP Brand wants to tell the Sky Kings, stay down, stay grounded. We're not gonna allow you to fly. But looking at the pacing here, I gotta ask you, Wolf, is this enough? Because Onyx, it looks like they're fine moving in this pace.
Oh, definitely. This is what they need to be doing. And the thing is, they're not really like stumbling, or they're not giving anything for Onyx esports again to kind of move on. And I think this is the way that they're handling the left side of the map with the Brody, the top lane, gives them so much ground to work with and so much control at the early stages of the game.
And with a 3,000 gold lead, they're really dictating the pace. They're already rotating up top. They know where the battle mirror image is going to be placed down. CW, no turret there, but he backs up to the battle mirror image. And now Onyx are looking for a counter-attack, but it is going to be fumbled instantly. AP Brent spot them, and they know exactly what they were planning.
Right now, I gotta ask Wolf, what is Onyx able to lose out? In terms of trading, they're losing turrets. How many turrets can they afford to lose?
Well, they do have good late game. I think they're going to be happy just keeping all of their outer turrets before the first Lord. Again, that's already a good sign for Onyx. Because right now, I mean, if the first Lord goes in favor of AP Bren and they don't have their turrets anymore, that's going to be a very bad problem. But I think just to answer your question, that's the most that they can have.
All right, looking like Onyx, they got to keep that in mind. Onyx got to keep that in mind, man. If they want to make sure that they are still breathing into the game, they got to make sure when the Lord happens, the outer turrets are safe. Looking at the mid, very healthy. Looking at the EXP lane, looks like it's generally quite okay as well.
Yeah. And now looking at the turtle, it's in favor of AP Bren with 3 members of Onyx getting spotted out. Boots walking up now. Flapteasy doing some damage on a keyboy, poking him down with an Astral Spear connecting onto the back line as well. Circling Eagle, knocking Kyrie up, zoning them away from the turtle. And Boots is forced to run away. Flapteasy just wreaking havoc as Calteasy picks up the turtle. Once again, 3 turtles to AP Bren. No contest from Onyx.
We got to talk about Flapteasy here. He's really pushing everyone from Onyx away. How's he doing this?
No, this is the strength of the Thames with the Impure Rage and the Threat of the Vengeance. Then there's always that Ogwin factor where no matter what happens, he's going to be safe. That's why the 2 of them just go together and there's nothing that Onyx can do. The early game tempo from the side of AP Bren was dictated by this Thames as well as this Matilda.
Well, good news for Onyx fans because EW is still deathless. Sans is able to protect himself with the ult coming in from Matilda. So far, a pretty slow-paced game, but looks like Onyx, again, this is the kind of pacing that they are forced to go into. But Kyrie, now, again, the question to Wolf, can Kyrie farm up enough that he can cause trouble for AP Bren?
It's not just about himself. I mean, the answer is yes, but
Kyrie still secures it.
Kyrie still secures it. The answer is yes, but he really needs to find his teammates. I think, you know, when you look at the Dairoth, you would think that this is a singular hero or an individual kind of hero, but it's not. It's a combo-based hero. You need someone else with physical damage to combo with you so that you're able to just make full advantage of the passive as well as the kit that Dairoth has. So I guess for Kyrie, yeah, surely you can farm up, but you need to utilize your teammates as well.
Exactly, right? It's not a solo hero here, especially I feel like the way that Kyrie's building towards, it's more of that utility build. Anti-Cuira's first item, only a Fury Hammer to help him deal some damage and a little bit of penetration. So this pick is really reliant on everyone else dealing damage. He's a utility jungler.
Help me understand this, Wolf. Why is Keyboy positioning the way that he is positioning now?
Oh, it makes me wonder. He doesn't have any teammates. I think he just wants to make sure that the purple buff will be at least watched. And there's really nothing that they can do right now aside from farming. He's spending his time here so that he's going to be able to land a wonderful implosion once they see the other members.
Looks like they're setting up on the board here. Sans
flickering out. Astral Echo thrown out as well by Sans in panic. And I feel like for Keyboy, is he trying to learn from his idol? The BBB, the big brain below, and now it's the BBK, big brain Keyboy, perhaps.
Here's the thing, AP Bren, no one sees this. No one knows where Keyboy is, but even if he gets a 5-man implosion, will the damage be enough, Wolf?
Maybe they have the Dairoth, so they can. The damage will be there.
Oof. But AP Bren's damage as well is quite massive. Look at the poke coming in. Boots is already down to half.
Even the Lizard did not spot out Keyboy.
Yeah. Another Astral Spear. Boots taken low. Penalty zone. That's a DPZ, but not a defensive penalty zone. That's a desperate penalty zone from Onyx. A 4.8k gold lead, building up to 5k, and it has halted any shot of Onyx to look for an angle to fight.
It looks like Keyboy abort the plan. This is not going how we want it to go. Keyboy returns, and now Onyx, they got to pre-plan what else are they going to do. Astral Echo finds 2.
Fission mailed. Onyx forced back into their tier 1, and Super Marco, Mr. Reketiano, picks up that tier 1 in the mid lane. The Turret Eater.
Oh, this is definitely going to be AP Bren's power spike. And Onyx need to hold their ground. AP Bren's lineup with this Matilda, with this Brody, they're very, very strong at this moment. And the thing is, because of the fact that Few had a great time in the early stages, he's going to be the one to supplement the damage in the latter portions of the game. So AP Bren, even their composition is like this, they're not technically just an early to mid kind of a lineup. They do have the late game because of this Novaria. And Onyx needs to respect that. They need to make something happen now.
How's the clear though, right? I mean, Onyx right now, they're trying to deal with just a super minion wave.
It's not
good. It's not good. We saw the main reason they were able to come back was that wave clear with the Lily. SCW gets poked by a torn apart memory. Zone back to his base.
Something about Onyx I believe, and I kind of feel like all the Sonics believe, as long as the crystal is not destroyed, because it's not just in M5. They did it in M4 as well. When the odds are not in their favor, they will find a way. They will be able to do the impossible.
Dude, was that against the Valley, dude? Maybe. Talk about memory. Oh, Kyrie forced back battle mirror image defensively as well. Onyx have fended off the first Lord, but I would say it's quite value. AP Brent got half of the HP for the turret in the bottom lane.
That's right. The Twilight Armor picked up by Kyrie. This is definitely a reaction to what AP Brent is giving them. Going up against the Novaria. Now, if I'm looking at the heroes, the composition of Onyx, there's really no dive that can get to few. So I think that this is another problem that they have to go through. Even then, the front-to-back composition of AP Brent is also a thing of beauty because you have Flapteasy all very, very farmed now with the Impure Rage as well as the Vengeance, and then you have Kalteasy to man the front lines as well. They have the Guiding Wind to start. The front-to-back of AP Brent is just perfect.
Ogwen is a roamer, let me remind you.
Yeah.
And he's doing that much damage to CW.
I really am curious to see how far behind CW is compared to Super Marco, right? Because Marco's been eating turrets, but it seems like in terms of levels, even damage earlier, CW has got quite enough.
So let me just ask, Wu, because you were talking about how Onyx, based on their lineup, it's not going to be easy to catch Few. So if Few is not the target, who should be the target? Is it the front line? Is it Super Marco?
I think Onyx will have to settle for the front lines, yes. Because that is the idea of the Dyrot anyways. Of course you can dive, but...
Good shot again, Astral Echo. Now revealing a few members. Kyrie going to be engaged on right now with the Circling Eagle, the Taunty of Brazer's Wrath. You get some strike coming down, but it's on in time right now. It's actually an implosion out of penalty zone, but it's still not enough. Super Marco is free hitting. That's a flicker and a torn upon memory. Good attraction by Sans. A good shot over. Sans dogging away. AP Brent looking for the end angle now. 7-1, 10,000 gold lead building. 2 members down for the Sky Kings.
Onyx lost 2, and now everyone from AP Brent, they're marching forward. They're looking at the base. Flapteasy goes in.
The Hive in the building erupts. Giving away, but it's cleared out. But the turret, the base, has been taken away. AP Brent snatch a victory from under Onyx's feet.
This is the beginning of AP Brent telling Onyx no more. What happened yesterday was a fluke. If you give us an advantage, we're gonna take the win.
A beautiful execution coming out from AP Brent, the way that they drafted their early game composition with the Brody as well as the Matilda. With the Frederick, that's the first pick. Who would have thought that we did not look at this hero the entire M5, and now, during the Grand Finals, first picked by AP Brent.
This is the level of world athletes. They made sure with 123 heroes in the game, never lose sight of the heroes that were once strong. They've used these heroes. They've mastered the heroes. They know how to execute it well. Even though it's not meta right now, they are the ones that create, that shape the meta. And with that being said, this has been an amazing game, but we need the assistant of both Leo as well as Gideon to tell us what happened in this game.
What a way to open up the series here with AP Brent taking the very first game. I couldn't believe what was going on, and especially with what the heck happened in the draft. They've learned a lot from the last time they've met, Leo.
It's a much better way to go ahead and take control of an early game advantage that they very much had in game 1 in yesterday's upper bracket final, and now it's clear AP Brent has woken up.
They have. They've opened up the draft, and more so, they've opened up some interesting picks here. And let me tell you, Leo, have you heard about this man?
Especially when AP Brent gets it, we saw even in the game itself, when they got that snowball rolling, it was almost impossible to derail it. Onyx this time with first pick.
Oh, they instantly pick up the Joy. AP Brent, are they going to be picking up the Valentina, which is the typical answer to the Joy? And then the Fredrin that we saw, they utilized so well for the side of AP Brent. Because the thing with Fredrin against Joy is obviously the Joy will be able to get away from the Fredrin, but once you get on top of the Joy, you're going to be A-okay because of the continuous stunts that you get out of the Fredrin. Another option is the Akai that AP Brent also likes.
Let's do a very quick recap here.
Tiger Bruno.
Let's do a very quick recap here. Onyx has banned out Faramis, Matilda, as well as 1-1. AP Brand has banned out Guinevere, Nolan, as well as the Kaja. Onyx first picked the Joy very early on, and AP Brand responds with the Tigreal, as well as the Bruno here, where again, the Tigreal, I would say, is multi-talented. He can do a lot.
Yeah.
One of them is that he can actually slow down the jungler.
Exactly, because of the push that you have, and that's going to be a problem for Kyrie for sure. That means that they need they need a hero from the roam that can actually match where the Tigreal is. So might be a hero that the boots, or sorry, Keyboy might be looking towards, like someone to kind of keep tabs on the Tigreal. And that's going to be the Claude and Joy together. I mean, I understand that Charizla, but Claude and Joy together, there's so much scaling on the side of Onyx. Don't get me wrong, they're very strong in the latter portions of the game, but might be too greedy.
Yeah. Especially considering both of them can technically be countered by the implosion, right? They go in, they can get comboed together. Right. And in lane already, it's already a tough matchup. Bruno versus Claude. I've been in the receiving end of a Bruno matchup again when I'm on a Claude.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Not fun, man.
I kind of feel like the Claude is for two reasons. Because I kind of feel like for AP Brand, they do respect CW, so this Claude could be banned out. And I kind of feel like seeing the Tigreal, you're kind of looking at a draft that does not have a Minotaur. So perhaps that's also another reason why CW was like, okay, I can use the Claude here. Yeah. But they got to finish things out because AP Brand just now, View was a very big impact. And the Paquito, before it gets banned out, instantly picked up.
Yep, the Paquito obviously great against the Claude when it comes to like some moments of the game. What I don't like about the Claude is that there's that passive that we know for sure for Tigreal. Tigreal actually likes going up against the Claude. It's like a Minotaur, right? Almost like a Minotaur with a second skill, but this time it's a passive. So I'm interested why Onyx went for this kind of play. Obviously the Claude is great versus the Bruno, though, in the latter portions of the game. But in the early stages, it's not going to be an answer. So I will not be surprised if AP Brand just bans out the Angela, because he has a lot of vehicles here for Onyx.
Yeah, looking at the draft right now, looks like AP Brand are putting respect onto Sans because he is a playmaker for Onyx. Onyx banning out the Boxia, making sure that perhaps they're really looking at a jungler that is not super tanky. And we saw how the Frederick was very impactful in the game. Will that be one of the bans?
I believe for Calteezy as well, he's been able to utilize the flex pick of the Paquito, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I believe it was group stages or somewhere in the knockout stages where Kyle was able to utilize this.
Yeah.
But either way, they always go for the FDP.
FDP?
Full damage Paquito.
That's right. They want to go for all-out damage Paquito, which is going to be great versus this Claude. And then eventually the Joy, if they do lock it down. I'm curious, I think AP Brand might just get the few hero on their fourth pick.
Yeah.
And what else is there? I mean, they might. there are players who actually like the cushion going up against the Joy.
Looking at the Lily as well as Kadita ban is very clever because, like you said, Wolf, a lot of scaling coming in from Onyx. They need a very strong mid laner to actually help them out in the early as well as the mid to make sure that they don't receive a lot of problems going into the game. But what is the safer pick here? Valentina picked up.
Yep, very safe.
I'm looking and I'm thinking, I don't know, a court maybe even? Because wave clear as well?
Yeah,
for Onyx.
For Onyx, for sure. With the Faramis being banned, it's not available. You go either Eve or
Novaria? Even
Novaria.
Novaria is a bit safer though, right? Compared to the rest, because you are going to be able to have that range advantage against whoever you're up against.
Or maybe they go Angela plus perhaps a Cho, a defensive hero. I think Angela plus Ruby actually for Onyx. Or Rafaela, Angela. I mean, they double down in the support because I think that for both the Joy as well as this squad, you have so much scaling. So you're so dependent on scaling and getting items that you need some supporting from your roamer.
The Gord picked up as well as the Ruby here. Okay, the two analysts got it right.
Yeah.
I feel clever calling out the Gord.
You guys are clever, right? The Gord and the Ruby here. The Ruby is going to be quite good at actually stopping any of these initiations, especially the dashes coming in front of Keto. But AP Bren.
What if they go Phobias for AP Bren?
Oh, that's going to be pretty good.
Joy, then, Ruby, Claude.
Yeah, and then just flexing the Paquito in the jungle. I mean, if that's the case, even the play-by-play can call it.
Yeah. They can even hack. I mean,
you can be proud of yourself. It's fine, man.
Yeah, for sure.
People love you.
I don't like the Phobias, though. Like,
all right.
I mean, I get it, right? I mean, it's a lot of damage. You can actually jump in and distract a lot of the backline members. It's good for Snowball, but maybe they want something a bit more reliable.
Yep.
And that's the Martis,
Martis.
into the jungle. All right, so the Paquito's going to be going to the XP lane. They know there's a lot of CC on Onyx. They go with anti-CC.
Yeah, looking at Onyx draft here, I kind of feel like they have to be very calculative with their aggression, because going up against a Martis, if you force out the turtle and you take way too much damage, you're gonna put the Martis on a pedestal. The Martis will be a very happy boy.
Yep.
Happy man.
Happy man. Obviously for Joy as well as the Claw, the late game is the power spike, and they're gonna be really, really strong. If we're gonna be looking at the heroes, that's evident on the side of AP Brand. They don't have the best defense against the Joy as well as the Claw, so that's gonna be a problem. But in the early stages, that is where this Bruno Martis lineup snowball coming out from the side of AP Brand might be what we can expect.
As we go into game number 2 in the grand final of the M5 World Championship, can Onyx delay the game, scale it up, or will AP Brand bringing the pressure and stop them in their tracks? We'll witness in this game number 2 of this best of 7.
Starting us off already with the crowd roaring again in Resolve Memorial Coliseum. Anything interesting to note down here as we get into the game, Wolf?
Well, I'm surprised that there's no Tigreal invasion yet at level 1. I don't think that they'll ever be considering it, because Keyboy is keeping tabs on Ogwen. This is what we said, right? There has to be a hero for Keyboy that kind of mirrors where Ogwen wants to go for. And going in for the Quantum Charge on Ogwen, interesting. He wants to... Yeah, he wants to be part of these skirmishes, and yeah, Kyrie still has the Retribution, so it's gonna be safe.
He uses it. Retri over Ogwen with a shove back onto Kyrie, but he's still gonna be able to dish out some damage. Keyboy coming in as well. Ogwen with a flicker backwards defensively. That's a flicker as well. Don't about Rook King. Keyboy picks up first blood in game number 2. A change of pace for Onyx.
A good start, but again, we gotta see how this impact really happens. What's the advantage of Onyx now having the first blood?
Oh, that's a lot of advantage, because now Kyrie gets to level 4 without any problem. They can't contest the turtle because the ultimate coming out from Kyrie will be up soon anyways. And the fact that Keyboy had an extra EXP from that kill, that's gonna be great.
Electrifying beats already used up. Keyboy as well with his own round Wolf King, but it's a Mortal Coil, and it's a complete opposite approach, right? Master Assassin for Mr. Recatiano, Super Marco, and for CW, it's that tenacity.
Yeah, we've seen that AP Brand, they really want to win out the lane, but I've been looking at game number 1 as well as game number 2. AP Brand has been putting a lot of pressure inside the jungle of Onyx, but why are they putting in the pressure there?
It's mainly because of the Joy. They don't want Kyrie to snowball. Kyle TZ, Kyle TZ, I mean, despite being pressured, will get to level 5 first, but I don't think that they will have time for this. Good poke coming up from Sans.
Great poke and boots as well. Forcing out a Mortal Coil. Calteezy is sewn completely away, but Flapteezy doing the same thing to Sans. Forcing a flicker out. Kyrie jumping in, finding the Retribution on a turtle as Keyboy dishes out some damage with boots. Just trying to keep AP Brand, their front line, at bay. And Onyx have secured a neutral objective without giving anything away.
Onyx is starting off very, very good, even though Flapteezy was able to zone Sans away. But looking at how Kyrie is playing the game and the engage coming in from Boots, it's very, very impressive. So now, Onyx, even though it's a 300 goal lead, is actually quite impactful here. What do you think, Wolf?
Yeah, definitely impactful. We were talking about the laning, the scaling of Kyrie as well as the CW. The fact that they're not getting run over by the Tigreal, by the Paquito, as well as the Martis, that's great. And Sans, for some reason, again, Keyboy. Oh my.
He found the I'm offended off camera. Few was caught off guard. And Sans just Mystic Gushed.
Oh, look at the bottom lane here. Super Marco having to go back. Calteezy is there. CW, I don't think he can do anything here.
Not much. Not right now. He pops in at Go Onyx as he farms back. But Wolf, they're being kept at bay. The Smartest gets outscaled by quite a bit.
Oh, for sure. Not a good sign, but they can still recover. They still have, what, 5 minutes to go with this? If they find the opening finally with Calteezy, they can just run over, and then Flapteezy eventually controls the map. That is definitely what AP Brand is looking for.
Yeah, right now we're looking at 2 minutes to 3 minutes. We see how CW is double farming both the gold lane as well as the mid lane. And we got to talk about this. Gord not receiving the farm. Is it still fine for him, Wolf?
Yes, in a way that all he needs to do is to actually equalize the lanes. At this point, Sans, he just needs to prolong the game. That's what he needs to do.
It feels very adaptive, right? The way that they are actually giving CW these waves. They know that Sans just picked up a kill, so that he can afford to actually give a wave in the mid lane. That's when CW decided to rotate over.
Yeah, this is one of the benefits of having a mid laner that is not farm dependent. But let's look at the items here.
Yep, there's the Counter-Strike that FlapTZ has picked up. The FDP, the full damage Paquito, and it's gonna be
look at this.
utilized up top.
A lot of damage onto Boots, and Implosion committed as well. Boots now caught in the I'm offended. He pops in a penalty zone, flickers out to safety, but should fall. The Decimate finds the kill, and Kyle Teasy will give AP Bren their first kill on the board for game number 2.
But looking at Onyx here, they're really trying to trade things off because they're like, okay, if you get 1 kill, we need to get 2. I kind of feel like that's the idea. And the 2 that they got was the buff, as well as CW getting a little bit of farm coming in from that mid lane turret. He's gaining gold fast.
And the thing is, Onyx lost their flicker onto Keyboy. It's going to be a massive battle spell to not have for 2 minutes, knowing full well that the 5 to 7 minutes, that is actually the power spike of AP Bren. Onyx, despite them leading when it comes to the goal, they should not be that comfortable, and burning Boots as well as Keyboy's flicker just like that for the trade-off might not be the best choice.
Not the best choice, but I think that's the only choice that they could have made. AP Bren are doing so well at going for neutral objectives, but also screening the map. They know if Onyx want to look for a trade, and they get the more valuable one by calculation. Flicker Implosion, bringing him back. Now the shove in, but a Mystic Gush does a lot of damage to the back as well. Keyboy gonna be knocked out by the Worldly. I'm offended, not connecting to Decimate does though. 3PZ by Boots. Defensive penalty zone to the back. GW finding a trade in the bottom lane. And he will be able to get just the turret here as Ogwen screens him and pushes him back again.
I mean, we saw in the interview, CW can get money, man. He can get the gold. And I kind of feel like Onyx right now, they are fine with giving something up as long as they get something back, as long as it's not a losing trade. Proactiveness coming in from AP Brand, but we got to look at Kyrie as well. He just finished his Starlium side. It's just 1 item, but once he gets 2, once he gets 3, it's going to be trouble.
And speaking of trouble, AP Bren already invaded the purple buff that should be belonging to Kyrie. Then they secured their own. They even got a turret up top. And obviously the power spike that we're talking about for AP Bren, we can now feel it. And Onyx will really scratch their heads with the flicker being burned out by both Keyboy as well as Boots.
I want to mention as well, even though Sans, he was giving away the lane, he has a goal advantage over few.
Yeah. I guess because of the kills that he was able to get as well as the assist. But Onyx, they don't need to panic. All they need to do now is to defend their lanes. Make sure that the middle is going to be intact. Keyboy and Sans might throw their bodies just to defend that. And then secure the farm onto CW.
And again, looking at the goal earned here, CW is number 1, Super Marco is number 2. But looking at Onyx here, the way that they've been moving around the map is like that they're not sacrificing too much for helping out CW.
Yeah, now they've actually lane swap decided to do that. AP Brand feels very happy to do that. FlapTZ 1v1 against CW. Battle Mirror Image going to be used up. FlapTZ. Knockout strike, 1 more shot. Blazing to wet from CW. No battle spells used up just yet. AP Brand in the bottom lane. That's a penalty zone connecting on the Ogwen, but he gets a massive shove onto 3. Kyrie walks out with the electrifying beat. Super Marco dishing out damage on the Boots. I'm offended. Into a Decimate. Kyrie with retribution. He misses it, but Kyle doesn't. He finds another. Keyboy falling. Solid in the mid lane. Pressured down on his own tier 1. Kyrie looking to clear out the waves. That's a dive angle from AP Bren. A Decimate, and Kyrie will still be able to walk away. Super Marco gets a big goal on top. CW 1v1 against FlapTZ. Battle Mirror Image going to be used out. Knockout strike 1-2. CW takes the 1v1.
Hey, why did you bring a gun to a fist fight, man? CW was playing unfair, but we got to look at the items here.
Yep.
Onyx, what's happening here, Wolf?
It's a massive snowball. The Radiant Armor picked up. It's the first time for Kyle Teasy. That paid dividends, and now he's going to be tanking through Onyx damage.
Mortal Coil, but a penalty zone will be used in time. Kyle Teasy going for the bang! He turns it around. The shutdown goes to the roamer. I would say that's still a win for AP Bren.
Onyx right now making mistakes. We saw the mistake just now. Kyrie unable to secure the turtle. Good thing by AP Bren, they actually reset it so that the retribution was not enough. Now what does Onyx have to do?
Well, Onyx will just have to defend once again. Very unfortunate that CW was the one that got picked off. That was great play coming out from Kautizi with the blade armor as well, because Onyx was trying to run him down, but he lasted for such a long time that AP Bren was able to trade it off. With the Radiant Armor as well as Blade Armor picked up by this Kaltizi Martis. Now you know that they have the Snowball. Definitely needs to secure the first Lord for AP Brand for sure.
The question as well, we see AP Brand right now with 1,000 gold lead. They're moving as a unit. They're moving as 3. They're moving as 4. What are they planning, Wolf? Are they just wanting to get kills, or they just want to zone Onyx away?
Yeah, it's just about zoning Onyx away. They do have a lot of potential when killing. But at the same time, if they just secure the Lord and then just take the turns, they're going to be fine, because what happens afterwards will be for them to take out the jungle of Onyx.
Well, right now, looking at the goal, looking at the positioning, it is definitely AP Brand favorite, and FlapTZ is doing the most amount of damage in this game. Looks like he's fine being alone. AP Brand doing this 4-1 positioning is good for AP Brand.
It's massive for them. Kyrie looking for an angle, gets shoved back by Open, electrifying beast. Whoa! Kyrie has just stolen it away. Kyle had the retry. He had the level advantage as well. The magical man. My goodness.
Only one time, man. Kyrie was like, don't worry. It was just luck. It was just a mistake.
Holy.
I'm not going to lose the next one.
I got this, says Kyrie. Brings me back to the time where I was able to work with this man.
Wow. Wow.
Just wow.
Wow.
What a steal.
What a steal. That's what we're wowing about.
Every time he's doing that, back in his younger days, you know, he would scream, "Di mo kaya sa retrian," which means you cannot out-retry me.
Ooh.
You cannot win a duel against retry.
I mean, that's the mentality you need to be a world champion. Because right now, again, we got to talk about the situation here. Even though, yes, Kyrie was able to secure that Lord, but we cannot deny it is still in control of AP Brand. They are the one in the driver's seat.
I guess the best part here for the side of Onyx is that nobody died during that exchange, right? They were able to snatch the Lord, nobody died, so that means that they can at least equalize the lanes. Every minute that they buy for CW to farm, for Kyrie to farm, that's going to be great. Great news for Onyx.
So now AP Brand again, looking at the tempo that they're moving. Personally for me, even though Kyrie can scale up very well, CW on the Claw can scale up very well. Late game Onyx is going to be very dangerous.
That's right.
AP Brand, do they have to force things, or they're fine taking it at the tempo that they're taking it right now?
I guess with the hero that they have, they cannot. Like, if they had something like an Arlet, perhaps, they can force things. They have the Tigreal as well as the Paquito, which is a, committal kind of lineup, as well as the Martis. You cannot just, get a kill and then get out. Surely you can because you're fast, but it's not that kind of hero.
But then it gets too risky, does it not,
Yeah.
right? I mean, if you do not force anything, don't look for a snowball, then it's completely reliant on the Bruno. You have a lot of cover, I get it, right? You already have a Paquito, the Tigreal, the Valentina as well. 3 amazing cover heroes. But Onyx, they went for the other side. You have cover, we have dive. They have a Joy, a Claude, a Terizla, and a Ruby. Everyone wants to dive. And the Gord, he's playing the best defense is offense.
Yeah.
The best cover is if my team dives in and I deal free damage.
Yeah, because looking at this game, it reminds me of a Diggy, an alarm time bomb. Because right now, AP Brand, hoot, MC Facts, Sky
Wow. Well, I guess
wow.
he's saying it's true.
This is not a Lord confirmed. It's a Lord steal.
Steal.
8 times.
8 times.
In M5.
And this is the season, or this is the M series where a lot of people are saying, Kyrie's retry is not as good.
It's so-so.
It's so-so. This is so-so, apparently.
Dude.
8 steals is so-so. Oh my goodness.
Okay, maybe when we hit double digits, maybe that's the threshold the people are looking for.
Maybe
You're the Sky King, aren't you?
Yeah, maybe they didn't finish their sentence so good, right?
Okay, here's the thing. You want to know my reasoning of why it's only 8 times?
Why?
Because they've been dominating the map so much.
You're right.
They
Wait.
don't have the opportunity to steal. They just claim it for themselves.
And still 8 times.
So only a few teams give Kyrie the opportunity to even steal it because they started it.
And to think that they're dominating so much that they actually don't lose so much games. Actually, their only loss might be against the Blacklist, right? And one against
yes.
In the knockout stage.
The knockout
Wait, in
stage.
the entire tournament, the only game that they lost.
They had another 3-1, I believe.
No,
Remember
it was-
the 1-1 from See You Soon? Where they were a turnaround?
Hey, look,
I
man,
believe it was 2-0, bro.
I got
Check
ADHD.
this
I can't remember anything much, but Right now, we're looking at the players again. Thank you very much to all the audience here. Are going to provide the best, I would say, services for the players to make sure that they are having a good time in game. But either way, right now, again, AP Brand, back to the topic.
Yep. No losses from Onyx. Yeah,
We've only dropped to the two PH teams. Two games against Blacklist, one game so far in AP Brand.
Yep.
The Atas Langit Adonic.
Yep.
That's how you beat the Sky Kings.
What does that
gotta be
mean?
untouchable.
What does that mean?
There's the Sky. And then above that, there's Onyx.
Yeah, that's basically the
Yeah, the Atas Langit Adonic.
Above the skies,
There's
where
Onyx.
Onyx lie.
flashback to MSC 2021. That's the gist of it. Lafel, you just gave us the gist of it.
You know what? The first time I met you, that was the first thing you said to me.
Yes.
The gist of it.
And now you know why. Why we're working together now.
That's where our friendship began.
We got that
With
connection.
the gist of it.
Yeah, the gist of it.
Our connection is special, guys.
Yes,
agree.
we are special indeed. In fact, this whole desk is special.
Yeah, with a special connection as well. That's right. That's the title of the podcast.
Oh
With
my God. He had to go there. He had to go there. He went from
out-
soft selling to hard selling.
Check out YouTube, find Wolf, and you'll be happy. Now,
that's right.
I want to be happy too.
Me too.
AP Brand right now, is there a good chance that they can end this game in the next 10 minutes? Because in my head, that's the timeline.
There is a great chance, especially if they keep their. I think they have they still have their battle spells, so that means that even in this Lord push, you're gonna be able to defend and then try to make baby take turtles, and they have the Bruno reaching the critical mass.
Alright.
So yeah, to answer your question, yes, they do.
Oh, here it is. Top player KDA in M5. Wow.
Wow, even Hoon's there. So 14.92 for Sans. TLB. 14.08 for CW. Even though TLB didn't make it, but Hoon has been spectacular with his KDA.
Kyrie's not here, but Hoon is.
Hoon is here.
Kyrie.
So does that
is
mean
he.
Hoon is better?
He is he.
Hey, numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie.
So Sagan is top 5 players in M5.
let me just say, Onyx might be looking at Hoon.
Onyx may be looking at Hoon.
Who knows, man? Hoon is showing up.
No,
Okay, fine. Maybe not Onyx. Maybe BTR. I don't know.
maybe that's a reach, but
Yeah, now the question is, right, like, is it stat padding or is it legit?
It's legit, man.
Okay.
I think if M5 or any M series is a difficult tournament to kind of stat pad, bro.
Double digits KDA, man.
Yeah.
Almost 14.92.
Shoutouts to MOBA Zane. He must be loving this asset right now while he's restreaming.
Yep.
Dude, you know what? Shoutouts to MOBA and shoutouts to all the restreamers out there. Maybe you guys don't hear this enough, but we love you.
Yeah, they're the real MVP.
No, I think we are. Anyways. Again, looking into this game, Onyx has a chance because talk us through this, Mirko. The scaling of the Joy as well as the Quad. Oh, and with that, we are going into the game, but you can still talk about it.
All right, so the scaling, right? I mean, for the Claude, it's going to be amazing towards the later stage of the game. You deal so much DPS. Whoa! Just as I say it, the mirror curse is real, man. I say his name and he dies. I'm Flap Teasy gets knocked out.
To the family of CW, I'm sorry I mentioned it.
We're sorry.
We're sorry. We're
Damn.
special.
And with Flapteasy not even having to commit the flicker, that's gonna be a. I don't know what happened, but that's gonna be great for AP Brand. They must be feeling great right now. And now, what they can do is to control the long lane once again with Flapteasy, then just continuously siege against AP Brand.
Right now, Ogwen is looking for a target. Sans able to stun him up. Looking at the position here, Ogwen is going to figure out where the majority members of Onyx is. Having Kyle TZ as well as Few there, they are in position to follow up whenever necessary. But the more important one is, look at Flap TZ. He's hiding.
He is. He's doing a good job at it too right now. And Calteezy is just going on to the purple buff. Trying to steal away a good steal back, or I would say recovery from Onyx. There was a stun Mystic Projectile into Kyrie's retreat.
That's right.
Looking at the goal here, even though CW has died twice, Super Marco hasn't died at all. Only a 300 goal difference. That's impressive.
The 2 waves, I believe, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep. The double lane setup that was given to CW. And the fact that they're defending mid, this is the most important resource now for Onyx. Getting the mid lane intact means that you will have access to your jungle so much easier. And that means also that you can position yourself around the Lord later on.
Yeah, losing the side lanes is like losing a sock. And then losing the mid lane is like losing a shoe. You can still wear a shoe without a sock, but you cannot wear a shoe with a sock without a shoe. Wait, what?
I think you can. But yeah, we get it. We get it, right? The mid lane is more important.
Listening from the crowd, I guess we can.
Yeah, we can. We
All
can.
right. Thank you, crowd. Thank you.
Sometimes you got to get them to correct us, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but, you know, I'm running out of ideas. What can I say? Special.
I think Mirko wears his expensive shoes without socks.
Hey, don't get to that, right? Kyrie now trying to steal it. Oh, he doesn't get it. Kyle Teasy takes it away, snatches it away from Kyrie's hands.
Hey, by the way, Super Marco went for the RG Rose Gold Meteor. It's gonna be perfect versus the aggression that can come from Kyrie.
And now the Lord dance has begun. We got to talk about AP Brand 1.3k gold lead. Onyx here, they are at a disadvantage. Sans keeps trying to figure out where the members of AP Brand are, and he's been finding them. Looking at the HP as well, AP Brand, they are chunked down just a little bit because Kyle TZ has been absorbing the damage coming in from the Lord. Keyboy, can he find a good opening here?
Kyle might have to reset this. CW's walking up right now. Kyle TZ finds a good pinch down, but CW takes in a half HP. Boots doing the same thing. Mortal Coil used up defensively. Kyrie takes control of the Lord. You're not going to look to reset it. I'm offended into the Mystic Gush, into the Blazing Duet as Boots distracts the back line. Few very, very low. Not going to be chased down. Kyrie finds a double kill right now. Scout Teasy is going to be forced to use the Mortal Coil defensively. Flap Teasy went for the hills. The Mystic Projectile connects at max range, and Kyle Teasy falls. Now it's Flap Teasy who's looking for an angle to maybe turn this around, but Onyx, they've taken 3 members down from AP Brenner looking for the Lord.
Run bias! Whoa, what happened there? How did Onyx immediately take control?
It was the Lord Dance and the bait and switch that you saw coming out from CW went in forward so that he will force some rotations from AP Brand. In fact, 2 people followed him afterwards, and that's how they were able to get it. By the way, the underrated factor of the Gord... Ouch.
Ow, man!
Yep. The underrated factor for the Gord is that he can clear the left bush mid with just 2 spells, and you can scout out where the opponents are.
Shove. Ogwen has no dash now. CW battle mirror image to the front. Ogwen forced to flicker out. Flap Teasy! One shot with a nature. Flap Teasy gets out just barely, but CW does the same thing. Oh man, 7-7, game number 2.
Dude, Onyx has been waiting. They waited for CW. They waited for Kyrie. Look at the items now. This is the power spike they were looking for.
So the 3 items now onto Keyboy. That means that he is not easily taken out. You can see that CW eventually gets to the Wind of Nature and the Malefic Lore.
Dude, right
all
now
about
listen to the
defense.
crowd. It's all for AP Brand. They're still looking at AP Brand to defend this, but Onyx with just one more dance. It was 1,000 gold lead for AP Brand.
Mystic
Now it's
Gush.
2.7 for them.
Implosion only onto Keyboy. That's the roamer for the team. Kyrie with the electrifying beats. Keyboy finds it embedded onto Super Marco penalty zone. Dodged away from, and the knockout strike brings Boots back to the turret for AP Brand to do what the crowd's been chanting. Defend!
Right now, Onyx, they are trying their best to get the resources coming in from AP Brand. They wanted the structures, but AP Brand, how did they do that? How did they defend so well?
That was the Ogwen.
Oh, right onto Calteezy, blazing duet! Nature can use that Mystic Gush as well! What's a bait! Sans flickers out of the shove. Ogwen, thunned up. Kyrie walking up against 3 members. Looking for the dashes. One more should be able to do it right now. Calteezy going to be taken low. But Kyrie decides to stop.
Sans. That was crazy.
That's crazy, Sans.
You can see the damage output now from coming out from Kyrie as well as Sans is now. They really do hurt now. And the thing with Gord is that even when it's a defensive kind of hero and it's strong at when he's able to land his spells, it still is a pretty good scaling hero as well. The Impure Age versus the spells that he has and the items that he picked up, Sans will be a threat in the latter portions of the game as well.
Looking at the damage dealt here, Flap TZ was number 1, but Sans was able to overcome him. And again, he has been absorbing less minions, less minion gold, just because he's sharing it with CW. And now, Onyx, I would say this is their win condition, no?
Definitely. We're reaching the point where they're stronger.
I'm offended. Flicker already.
Oh,
You
no.
keep burning this away from Ogwen, and now what do they use to catch? They practically can't. Kyrie dashes forward, forces that Mortal Coil, even pops in that electrifying beats.
Oh, that's a problem for AP Brand. That flicker was the sole reason why they were able to defend the bottom lane and get 2 kills afterwards. And now that the Lord is going to be available for both teams, I mean, if you're looking at the Flap TZ, he's making the lane pushed against Onyx, but not having the flicker implosion, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, right now, the Lord Dance is started by AP Brand again. We got to remind ourselves that Onyx was able to win it out with CW using himself as bait and then giving the opportunity for Onyx to bite back, to go in, to get an engage, and dish out the damage.
And now it's Onyx. We're holding it in despite Joy being seen in the top side of the map. They still want to go for the Lord Dance right now on CW's damage. He's definitely scaled. Concealed play. Keyboy finding with the position of Super Marco. Calteezy forcing his way in. Ogwen looking at the back right now, but Calteezy, his immortality is going to be popping down. That's a retribution from Kyrie. Super Marco free hitting in the back. Boots going to be taken very low, and that's going to be a lot of damage placed down. But Kai jumps to the back with the electrifying beat. Super Marco, one last shot. Should do it, but he's unable to find it. Only an immortality. Burnt down for AP Brent. They're looking for more into the mid lane. A good stun to take FlapTZ lower, but he still has the immortality. Mystic Gush trying to predict the maneuvers from Flap. But for Onyx and AP Brent, who wins it?
Definitely Onyx getting that Lord. But good thing for AP Brent is that they only lost their immortality in exchange for the turret in the middle. So they're still trying to get some kind of trade. And AP Brent, unfortunately, with just Calteezy manning the front lines, it's not enough. You see the damage output from Onyx. It's always a threat. Everybody's a threat now from Onyx.
Yeah, but Keyboy taking quite a lot of damage. And speaking of threats, man, I'm looking at Super Marco. The damage that he dished out was a lot.
Yes.
Onyx, they have to respect it. I gotta say, either CW or Kyrie, they gotta find a way to get to Super Marco and take him down.
A mistake and a costly one. AP Bren with Calteezy. He's looking for more. The Mystic Projectile stomps Kyle. But that's a big, big kill in the 19th minute of the game.
And Onyx, whatever playstyle they're doing with CW, it worked in some of the moments, but in that crucial one, it didn't. What I'm trying to say is, CW in the first Lord fight, he went for the min-max play where he's trying to bait out AP Bren and become very aggressive when it comes to his positioning. It paid well during the first Lord, but not in the second one.
All right, electrifying beast, immortality. Now winner truncheon bot. FlapTZ buying a lot of time. Ogan running in with a conceal. Implosion flicker onto Kyrie, but he buys the immortality. Now Few with the damage as well. Boots still terrified down. I'm offended by Few. Kyrie walks away. Keyboy does the same thing. Super Marco sliding tackle. Onto the front. Keyboy brought back to the team. Immortality still ready. He buys it in time. Kyrie looking for the flags. Kyrie looking for the electrifying beast damage, but he won't be able to find it. AP Bren maneuver out of a team fight that they have won.
This is the best players in the world. Do one mistake, and it feels like 10. Onyx, after CW made a crucial mistake, AP Brand controlled the map. AP Brand won that fight.
Wow. And they have equalized when it comes to the economy. And even after FlapTZ had to utilize the winner truncheon, it was just a ploy for AP Bren. The rest of the members get back. It looked really dicey though. Ogwen might have been like far too early. They see Few not in range, but eventually Calteezy was there. AP Bren squad were able to find something, even in this stage where Onyx has a lot of strength with their items, with their natural scaling.
Yeah, looking at how AP Brand has been positioning as well, you need eyes in the back of your head, man, because the flank coming in from Calteezy and FlapTZ as well is like, whenever you're focusing, something else is going on.
That's a lot of damage, but Flap should be able to sustain back up. He pops the regen, and he goes onto the waves. Does he have a bloodlust? He doesn't.
Yeah, I don't think so, no.
I don't think so.
I think it's all from the Festival of Blood.
And the RGM.
Yeah, RGM, for sure. So now, looking at CW, we have... Okay, right now we got to talk about this. CW is the aggressor. He's the bait. But here's the thing, man. Wait, do they not know? Okay, Calteezy sees it.
They see it. FlapTZ sees it too, but he might be too late right now. They're going to go on to Calteezy. Burst him down. Kyle will lose his life. A shutdown for Boots. Keyboy zoning down the members. Boots! A penalty zone on the Super Marco. Holding him back. Now Flap joining in the team fight. But an implosion to the back. CW finally lays into Nuevo. FlapTZ goes in for the punches. A lot of damage plays down. Super Marco free hitting for the back. That's a lot of damage down. Boy! Finds that I'm affected. Super Marco losing immortality. Keyboy will not lose his life. AP Bren, they're still able to sustain back up. Super Marco, no flicker though. Kyrie looking for the assassination, looking for a play. Super Marco steals some life back with that house claws and is able to defend.
Don't offend Keyboy!
Oh my goodness.
Keyboy goes in and he's gonna bring all you in!
A big shot, but an even bigger shot from Kyrie. CW picks the base turret in the mid lane down. Now Ogwen One member left standing. Kyle Teasy gonna be back in 4 seconds. Ogwen melted down by CW. Evolve Lord still crashing in the bottom lane. Onyx taking their time. Kyle Teasy holding it down, going for the wave. What? Lord went back and forth. Mystic projectile onto Ogwen, dodge away from Mystic. Gosh, I'm offended. Kyle Teasy melted down again. And now it's gonna be two members in desperation going in. 1 second on the Pop Teasy. Who expected a full reverse sweep? It will never have happened in the M5 Grand Finals. We're back to equal on the board.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have your attention here. There is no such thing as a clean sweep in the M5 World Championship. We're starting this series with a 1-1.
And we ended that game with a wonderful display of duel of mechanics from both of the teams, with Keyboy and Ogwen making their own plays. But in the end,
Oh my goodness!
We've done it.
We hit
done it.
3 million.
3.4 million!
That
Wow.
deserves a clap, everyone.
Thank you very much to all the audience here, as well as you guys watching at home. And let me just say, this deserves it. This is the beginning of an amazing grand finals.
I'm sure.
A lot went on. Back and forth. Pendulum swings. We need the help of the panelists. Leo and Gideon, you gotta help us out here.
We'll do more than help you out. We'll actually break down this game. Again, Onyx showing exactly why they are a force to be reckoned with. On the road to claiming the Golden Road. Going past 20 minutes, taking availability into their own hands. What a game.
Truly a beautiful game here from both of these teams. We saw some really good moments, but more importantly, the adaptations in the draft as well has been spot on. We're really seeing these teams target each other in the most painful areas, finding those pressure points to make the difference, to find those advantages in the game.
In addition to the draft, again, forcing AP Brent to respond a certain way, play a certain way. Come execution, Onyx is second to none. The way that Keyboy and Sans would set up an almost just two-man kill squad that would force out
Boy, the CW in the late game.
With that being said, we're jumping into the drafting phase for game number 3, where both teams, they can take a punch, but more importantly, they can dish out the punch. We're looking at here, looking like both teams have already banned quite a few heroes here, and we're just waiting on the first pick. Looks like AP Brand will be the first pick, and Onyx will be second pick, banning out the Kaja, the Joy, and 1-1 for Onyx, banning out the Matilda, Nolan, as well as Guinevere. First pick, Frederick for AP Brand. Onyx follows up with the Theramis as well as the Bruno.
Ooh, great choices here, but we've seen from the two games right now, blue side 100% win rate, right?
Yep. And I think Valen and Claude could be good for AP Brand. Claude obviously great against the Faramis, great against the Bruno. Valentina can be able to copy that Faramis. The only next option might be Lilia, so I'm thinking Lilia or Valen with the Claude here for AP Brand.
Yeah, because I kind of feel like if you don't take those options, it is going to be banned out for you. Let's
right.
go 7 games. Oh,
Okay.
Yes, we do want 7 games. Let's go.
Let's go, 7 games. You also have a picture of Alien there from Fireflux. Shout out to Alien if he's watching this.
That's right.
And again, looking at this, I agree 100% with you, Wolf. But looks like they're going for a different angle here. They're picking
Totally
up the Brody as well as the Arlip. But we can see when it comes to the fights, they can fight a lot of CC here.
Yep. And that's a combo. Like Frederick and Arlet, it's a combo because you have supplementary stuns that can allow the Arlet to have so much dashes, unlimited dashes, unlimited ways to sustain himself.
Mercus is
enjoying
real?
it. Yep.
I mean, you said a 4-0.
And it's not 4-0, so that part of the curse is real already.
Okay. All right.
So again, going back into the draft here, I like what you said, Wolf. A lot of vengeance coming in from this Arlip because of all the CCs coming in from AP Brand. Most wanted, Nolan is the most contested hero. Banner pick 143 times in 145 games, 99% ban and pick rate. And now Onyx, they're going with an Akai, banning out the Novaria as well.
Now my question is this the most like contested pick of all time, or was the Fredrin even more contested at M4?
I don't know, but either way for M5, it's not a Nolan, it's a Yeslin.
Yeslin. Well, technically Nolan, because we don't get to see him a lot.
Okay, you know what? Never mind.
Yeah.
Neverland.
Well, we do get to see him, so it's not never. Never say never, man. All right, Wolf, take over.
Your team
Yep.
is banned.
Nolan, obviously Nolan is one of the strongest heroes, but so is the Novaria in the hands of AP Brand. I think the few is very comfortable with this hero, despite, you know, having to face the Faramis. The thing with Novaria is it's a threat when you don't have the dive. So Onyx banning out this Novaria kind of tells me they will not go for any kind of dive kind of composition. Maybe on the XP lane, but overall they will.
Is going to protect the backlines here, so perhaps they're fleeing again for CW. So
Yep.
Onyx going into this match, going up against AB Brand, they're really putting a lot of pressure on CW's shoulders.
What's interesting is the fact that they are ignoring the Valentina completely. It feels
sir.
like
Yeah.
they want the Valentina. We
Yep.
will overload you with more ultimates. Already an Akai and a Faramis.
Which is crazy because you have so many good ultimates to copy, and they're just
Yeah.
forcing the Valentina out. Meaning to say that they know that the AP Brand will not have a good time with that Valentina.
We got to have this conversation as well. Going up against the Bruno, I kind of feel like the distance Valentina goes in is going to be a little bit easier
right.
for Bruno to deal out the damage
Yes.
compared to the Novaria as well as the Lilia. So I think this is solidifying Wolf's theory about how the draft, they're not going to go for dive.
Yeah, they're not going to go for dive. So Minotaur should be the ban here for AP Brand. I want to give that. Even when you have access to Valentina, that's a hero that will make Onyx really comfortable.
Whoa,
what
what?
was that?
Wait,
Let me just see here. I'm not seeing a ban. So
seems like there's no ban.
No ban for AP Brand?
Is that a mistake? Has to be, right?
It has to be. We're talking about Nolan, not no ban.
Whoa. I mean, I don't know how we're...
Okay, they're resolving it. They're resolving it for sure.
yeah, for now, again, we're just looking into the situation. And when I say looking into the situation, we're turning around and we're looking at the players. I don't know. I don't see a lot of reaction coming in.
No.
Right?
Yep.
Okay, but okay, we can see here that they are discussing. So
Yeah.
I feel like Oni, they're just waiting to see what is going to be the result. If not, we're just going to continue to pick advance like normal. It's not getting picked up. There is a bit of dive if this draft goes through.
Yeah. How do you recover now if you're AP Brand? I mean, obviously we were
Mind
talking about
games.
Minotaur, but could be mind games.
Could be, right?
AP Brand still has the Valentina, but maybe they consider Angela now with their heroes that they have. And then, how about Diggy actually for AP Brand? Diggy and Lapula, or Diggy and perhaps Valen. You know?
That's a good choice. Diggy, Valentina, you steal one of the ultimates and then the other one is used to just force the team.
Spicy.
Okay.
Very spicy. I'm not against it. I'm really not against it, especially going up against Onyx here, where you want to contest the neutral objectives. Having a lot of damage before the fight starts is going to help out, especially because they banned out the Novaria, probably because of that reason.
Gord.
This land is
Oh.
And the Lapu.
and it will soon
Hey,
be a burial
the
ground.
panelists talked about it. Hey,
Oh.
listen, right?
Okay.
So we got word that, okay, we're going through with this, but we got to talk about this score because even the panelists has talked about this is the new age of an Eve, new age of a Farsa. So it's all about zone control.
Gord is great versus Faramis overall.
But against Yutong
But against Yuzong, no, against Akai. Oh man, that's a weird pick. But of course, AP Brand, they might be able to make it work. Which means Onyx can just go for something like Ruby to defend themselves, right? Someone who can tank the damage of the Gord, the front lines. They still have the Minotaur as well. They have so many heroes for key, but even a choke could work in this particular scenario.
Definitely, against a Brody, right? I mean, that's usually the green light to go for a big pick. And hey, you
There you
called
go.
it, Mr. Wolf. The Cho comes in. But yeah, to confirm to everybody who's still wondering, no ban, that is indeed what you see. No ban coming in from
Mind
AP
games.
Bren. Mind games.
Mind games, AP Brand wants to give a statement.
Yep.
Against Onyx, we just need 4. And here's the thing.
But if they lose, right?
But is it not impressive if they win, though?
It would be.
If they win, though.
If they win, it would
If
be
they win.
impressive, amazing. But
Yeah.
then I gotta ask, if they lose with 4 bans, that mistake could be like a bit costly.
Oh, obviously. I mean, you're gonna be scratching your head so much, and you're gonna be filled with regret afterwards.
Well,
With this just tells us that AP Brand just needs to win.
Yeah.
while we're jumping into this game, hit, scratcher, or not, we gotta see. With AP Brand coming in with the mind games, is it enough to shake the Sky King Sonic?
5
Or will
seconds
they
till the enemy
continue to
reaches the
show
battlefield.
that they are untouchable? We're going into game number 3.
All troops deployed.
It's scary. I'm actually scared for the Gord in the early stages, just mainly because of the Yuzhong, the Akai, and then you have the supplement of this show. And even then, we're talking about no dive from the side of Onyx, but then if you realize after the Yu Zhong as well as the Joe pick with the Fairmist intact, that means that they have the green light. They have the license to get into the backlines now. The first 3 picks coming out from Onyx might not be dive heroes, but with the Fairmist in combination with the Cho as well as the Yu Zhong, that's going to be scary. I'm legit scared for this board.
Well, Flicker very aggressively in the start of the game. Super Mario taken low, but look at the decision to not flicker back. He decides to walk away, but he will pay with a lot of HP.
Now we got to see how CW manages the lane, because it looks like Super Marco, even though he was chunked up quite a bit, he is going to be able to last hit that gold minion there. So good effort coming in from Onyx, but Super Marco sticks to his guns, staying in the lane.
Looking at the other lanes, it's Lapu Lapu versus the Yu Zhong. I believe that Flapteasy will have a great time this game. I think that overall, this was probably the best pick here for AP Brand. Great versus the Fairmist. Obviously great against CW. And CW did not go for the Purify, went for the Flicker. So that's going to be a target for sure for Flapteasy.
And right now looking at the battle here, Sans started to battle off, being very proactive around the map, trying to target Super Marco here. So the question is for Onyx, as well as the AP Brand, which is the lane that's going to be targeted? Are they actually going to put a lot of pressure on the gold lane? Or they're going to put a lot of pressure, as we see right now, perhaps in the EXP lane?
Yeah, EXP lane for sure. Because they need to team fight around the turtle. Very important for AP Brand as well as Onyx to get this first turtle.
All right, the turtle is going to be the name of the game, and we got to look at the boots coming in. If he gets level 4, as well as Flapteasy, both can dive, and both can dive very, very hard, but Flapteasy goes in onto his hands.
No flicker on Sans, you gotta remember it. You go all in for AP Brand. They find first blood by catching Sans off guard. Meanwhile, Kyrie holding onto the turtle. Calteezy still has that red tree. Keyboard's looking for the flag. Few gonna be spotted out. Heavy spin still ready for Kyrie. Jumps in. Oh! What? It's Flapteasy who gets the steal on the turtle. Now, furious dive defensively by Boots. Ogwen following through. Calteezy doing the same thing. Keyboy. G-Kundo's in the front. Boots gonna be chunked down by Ogwen. Boots running away still. Ogwen still chasing. Ooh. A big vengeance. Ooh, the final slash. Resetting. Bravest Spider by Flap. No flicker committed. No flicker to be used. Onyx still hovering over the orange buff right now. Flapteasy looks for the steal. Jumps in. Sans doing some damage back. Bravest Spider, the third spot gonna be used up right now. Missed the Gus. No flicker used. Flap. He didn't just steal the turtle. He stole the orange buff too.
Allow me to say, Onyx needs to breathe, because I don't think I would ever say this, but
1v1, an outplay from Sans pops the NetherRealm clutch.
Massive play coming out from Sans, but my AP Brand with Ogwen as well as Flapteasy. Early game aggression coming out from them, and Kyrie was holding onto the retribution because it was cooling down. He was 2 seconds away from the retribution to be off cooldown, but then Flapteasy steals that orange.
dual hero here, statistic as well, 70% win rate for Bruno and Fairmist whenever they're paired up together. I was about to say, I kind of feel like Boots made a mistake because he was going down and he was going to, but before that, CW gets engaged on.
Good stun over, flicker, backwards from CW. Keyboy with the way to drag it defensively now as that's the missing projectile, not connecting. Keyboy has got some stacks onto him, but Super Marco won't decide to pop that torn apart memory. Calteezy will decide to invade the enemy jungle, 2 levels ahead. Who gets it? Was that Kyle?
Dude, at this point, even though Kyrie was able to scare it, but again, the difference there, 2 levels, that's a big impact, Wolf.
Absolutely. And this is going to be a big problem for Onyx, especially because they're facing up against Brody Lapu Lapu. We're talking about the problems for Few, but now you can disregard that totally because AP Brand, they've created 4 problems for Onyx to solve. And Few is not a priority at all for Onyx.
At this point, AP Brand, they can pick up the tempo because for Lapu Lapu, level 4 is all you need. And now with all the advantages coming in from Super Marco, I feel like he's just moments away from his second item, and then once he gets the second item, he's moving with the team.
Okay, but Flapteasy on the other side gets picked off. Super Marco tried to go for Boots there, but Kyle will be able to trade it back for a neutral objective. He knows the info. Kyrie has used his red tree, and he goes straight for the purple buff. Keyboy, G-Kundo not connecting. Ogwen connecting on his first skill. Now Onyx will lose out on the purple buff. Calteezy steals it away, invades Onyx jungle.
Right now, I think it's a little bit rough for Kyrie, but I think it's fine for him, especially as an Akai. But right now, the space given to CW having 1 kill, I kind kind of feel like they're still targeting him here.
The turret eater, Super Marco Keyboy, finds a Jinkundo away the dragon, but it's only onto the offside. Super Marco flickers back to safety. And now Kyle's locking Keyboy down. Netherrealm HP dealt with by the appraisers. Right, the taunt connects and Keyboy will lose his life. But whoa, Ogwen takes it away. Vengeance.
At this point again, AP Brenda gets beat up. Flap was caught. He still wants to fight.
And he does fight. Getting onto the back, CW forced a slight tackle defensively. AP Brenda bought enough time for the rest of the members to come through in the mid lane.
And even with that play, that's going to be net positive for AP Brent, forcing out the heavy spin. And Suns cannot do anything at this point but to wait for their moments. Kaltisi with the blade armor pickup. This is going to be massive. 3.4k compared to Kyrie, who's only secured 2,500 gold. And even the XP is going to be bad. This is going to be a snowball at the AP Bren, especially their jungle. This is what they need and this is what they get. Oh man!
Flanking maneuver on the CW, a bravest fighter from Baptiste. No, it's Onyx. Ogwen gonna be kicked back to the turret range right now with the Helm of the Shadow Stampede. Bringing them back all the way for his side. Mystic Gush from Phil melts them down. Keyboy falls, but Boots gets a double onto Flapteasy now. Suns looking for another opening in this skirmish. Super Marco with an aggressive dash forward. Kyrie looking to go for this orange buff right now, and Appraiser's Wrath secures the orange buff away from Kyrie. 2 levels ahead, and they're looking to go for the purple buff next.
Dude, right now I'm worried. Super Marco just got that malefic roar. This is what all he wants. This is what all he needs. At this point, AP Brand can say, you know what, I'm not looking at minions, man. I'm looking at heroes.
Use the red tree though, Kyle Teasy, because he knows there's no way Onyx can contest.
He knows it. That's because Carrie's half HP. No matter what happens, they will be able to win the turtle fight. And even in Onyx wins the retreat battle afterwards, it's not gonna matter. They're gonna be taken out. AP Brent's snowball is just online.
Dude, look at that cheer, man. Kyle Teasy secures the turtle. At this point, AP Brand, huge power spike. Absolutely huge. Because not just Super Marco securing that malefic roar, but Few as well getting that Ice Queen 1. And now Keyboy has to get away. For Onyx, what are they waiting for? Whoa, what is going to be the power spike for Onyx that gives them the green light to fight back?
Maybe when they have level 15 on Kyrie, maybe if they have level 15 on CW, that should be the only option. And when will that happen ever? 16 minutes, 18 minutes? They have to buy the time. They have 9 minutes to buy everyone. Onyx definitely not in good shape to fight now.
Yeah, looking at the items as well, a 1-item lead for the mid laner for AP Brand.
Yeah, it's a 1,000 gold lead between the mid laners. That's something we don't get to see a lot from, but Few on this board so far, absolutely lethal. Ogwen trying to chunk Keyboy down. Meanwhile, the rest of the team trying to look for a dive.
Yeah, right now, Onyx, they're in turtle position. This is Onyx being defensive. This is Onyx understanding the game. They can't take unnecessary damage. They can't take unnecessary risk. So try to feed as much gold as you can. But looking at how AP Brand is playing, Kyrie is going to be a little bit starved. So he's going to get that level 15 much, much later.
3 levels down. Keyboy now going to be engaged on his signature Cho. Final slash canceled away as Shunt Boom. Getting out, but not from the taunt and the Mystic Gush. Even the Netherrealm comes in late. Super Marco, turn of our memory. Boots gets out in time. Ogwen diving in. Petrify, locking him down. Suns pulls Kyle. Ogwen flickers out of the Stampede. Up top, a turret traded in. CW finds it, but Flapteasy might be looking. No, he falls back.
The good thing about that is AP Brand were able to force out some of the battle spells, the Petrify coming up from Boots as well as Sans' Flicker. They did have to spend some of their flickers, but the fact that they have forced Onyx to remove all of their resources means that they can take the Lord fight so easily. 12-9. That's the difference between Kaltisi and Kyrie.
Right now, looking at the formation here, Lord Dance initiated by AP Brand, doing quite a lot of damage to Lord. Onyx, they're spread out. AP Brand, they're clumped up together. Ogwen sees Boots. Conceal.
Conceal coming down. The Rectory will be won by Kyle Teasy. And now they're looking to collapse. They're looking to punish any maneuver. Kyle Teasy locking Keyboy down. Kyrie walking on the other side of the map, and Onyx will be able to disengage. The Lord given over to AP Brett.
Suns now having the Lightning Truncheon is going to help him out when he wants to defend the base. But is it enough, Wolf?
Yeah, it's not going to be enough for now, for sure. I think that the best scenario now for Onyx is if they don't lose any of their inhibitors. It's going to be a tall order.
One
Kyle.
stab, Kyle takes it.
Dude, damage dealt. Is this for real?
It is for real.
doing the most. Ogwen doing the most, few second place. But the damage from Sans looks like it is going to be enough. So I kind of feel like I agree with Wolf, just lightning Truncheon. Can't do it just yet, but Keyboy goes in.
That's a lockdown, but a Mystic Gush connects to the backline. Flapteasy will fall before Onyx frontline does. Now it's a lockdown. Oh, Sans gets wiped. AP Brent blitzed him down, bursted him out.
And now AP Brand, 7,000 gold lead. Moving forward, they're looking at the hitter. Holy defense use.
Oh, again back to back. A quick stab from Flapteasy. And Onyx is lost again on one member. The laser not quite in range. Onyx still able to defend from the first lord of the game. Mystic Projectile, side tackle for CW, but it's not going to be enough to get him out of range. Even with the splash from the turret, Onyx lose a base turret with the first lord of AP Bread.
And now, Black Dragon form used by Bo. That damage though!
Memory, oh my goodness gracious. Boots was almost melted down. Whew. 2 base turrets.
Let me just say, AP Brand, their mind games is working.
Yep.
It's working.
It's working. And the thing is, losing Sans twice in a row. I mean, losing him once, that's fine because they were able to get the kill out of Flapteasy, but losing him the second time meant that they will not be able to defend 2 of their turrets.
That's a poke down onto Kyrie right now. Another round, not. Oh, it's going to be in time. Keyboy finds a good way into the Dragon, but it's not going to be able to survive in this onslaught of damage. Boots finds a Petrify with of nature, but still Sparkle falls. The Ghost Burster is able to take him down. CW dealing some damage, but AP Brand decide to disengage. 2 for 1 in favor still of AP Brand.
Look at the items, Wolf. What else does Onyx need?
Another defense item for Kyrie for sure, because you see that when he turns up into the fight, even when he's not dying, he's put so low that the heavy spin is not going to be utilized properly. So he needs a second item for sure. We have Sky Guardian helmet eventually for him to be able to tank up, and then eventually a Radiant Armor. They definitely need Radiant Armor here from Onyx. Somebody has to take it, otherwise Few will just destroy them.
CW looking like he wants a Demon Hunter Sword as well to be able to deal enough damage, because Kyle Teasy has been soaking up so much damage coming in from CW. Right now, Onyx, they're at the back foot, but again, they've been in this situation time and time again, so I kind of feel like every brand, they can't fall asleep here. They got to make sure, tighten the gameplay, and make sure they don't make a mistake coming in.
Stampede from Sans. A resource used up. Kyrie poked down by Ogwen. And also by Few. Kyle holding the Lord. Pinned down. Final slash used up already. Sans. Shadow Stampede once again. Mystic Projectile connecting. Chunking Sans for a bit. Onyx are still hovering over.
Watch out, Marco.
Right now, Keyboy used the conceal, but immediately found out. I don't know how Keyboy can go in, man. He has to make some kind of miracle play. Sans, even he can't find any angles.
He has a flicker.
Onyx looks like they have to disengage.
They have to. There's no way they can contest an AP Bren. Capitalize. A free Lord in the 13th minute.
Right now, Onyx, they have to defend. At this point, too much damage, man, being dealt out by Discord. They got the Yuzong, but the Yuzong can't even go in. He flies, and immediately AP Bread strikes and force him down to the ground. Boots can't do much here.
Radiant Armor picked up by Kyrie. Keyboy has his flicker back. Sans is the most important hero for now for Onyx. And he might be final slash. That's going to be a problem for the side of Onyx.
Ogren looking for the angle right now. Mystic Gush on the Kyrie. Heavy spin with another realm right now. The Lord's going to be dealt with right now as Keyboy jumps into the back, not able to find an angle. Stunned up Chain CC. Keyboy taken out. Sans with flicker. Shadow Stampede. A Bracer Splat connecting LCW. But it's still going to be able to dish out some damage. Flapteasy with the Brave Spider. Onto the back with the flicker as well. Boots finds a better fire on the Kyle Teasy. Final slash, bringing it back, but he finds the kill. He dies instead. CW going for the waves right now. One more minute wave coming down. Sans taken out by Super Marco. It's CW versus the world. A slight tackle back, but what is the member supposed to do? Will AP Bren just lock on to the turrets?
AP Bren strikes back. Even though Onyx won the previous game, but they're like, we're in this. The score now, ladies and gentlemen, 2-1 for AP Brand.
And who needs the 5th ban, right? Especially when you drafted this Lapu Lapu together with the Gourd. And we kind of criticized at the first try to Gord, but the Lapu-Lapu made so much sense. In combination with his Arlet, the tempo that AP Brent played in, Onyx just can't breathe.
I gotta say, man, this mind games is crucial for this best of 7. With that being said, here's the thing. A lot of things happen in this game. We gotta throw it over to Leo as well as Gideon.
Darn right, LaFell. A lot of things that need to be broken down here at the panelist area. So far, so good, but the real question that I think it's on everybody's mind. Coach Ducky, Coach Ren, was that a mistake or was it all part of a big grand plan?
Given how amazing AP Brent controlled the early, late to mid, I can't even say if the mid or the late happened where it did because of how well they forced the advantage. They bulldozed through Onyx, choked out all of their resources.
The 1-1, I hesitated to say anything because there's an Akai. Wouldn't the Akai be a problem for the Kaja?
That is definitely 100% true. But I think that they just want to make sure that the 1-1 will be locked down. And the flicker as well as the ultimate coming out for the Kaja, it doesn't matter whether or not they get scrambled because of the heavy spin, they can dive. And so I think that Onyx will eventually close this draft out with 2 dive heroes.
Let me just say, it's usually the cat going after the bird, but it looks like the bird wants to go after the cat.
The Angela.
The puppet.
As well. The puppet.
All right.
Now with this, right, they have so much sustain. The 1-1 already very hard to kill. The Akai, same thing. You know, you had an Angela. Even if Onyx get a Divine Judgment, right, it's going to be tough to lock anyone down.
Yep.
This 1-1 will feel like has 9 lives.
Yeah.
Maybe 5. Because it's M5. Better than Great
Better
Man.
than-
Wow.
If Ren becomes a champion... Oh, I didn't see it. Yeah.
We're
I think
hoping for you, man.
it was too fast. I think if Ren becomes a champion, he will ask somebody out to be his girlfriend. Something like that.
You're the only Tagalog speaker here, so we're looking at you. But now we're looking at the bans. Kadita ban out, and
Yep.
now for Ani betting on the
Natural.
Paquito. I like both bans here because, again, very good synergy coming in with the Kaja, and the Paquito has been proven to be a problem.
If AP Brand does not get any dive heroes after this, maybe Onyx might consider something going really, diving deep into their hero pool. Maybe a Farsa, actually, because Farsa is traditionally a hero that you combo with the Kaja to take out the 1-1.
My question to Marco, you don't like the Fredrin EXP, right?
No.
I'm just throwing it out there. What if? What if? Is it okay? Is it not okay?
I think for this case, it's okay, right? I think Onyx are the only team to have proven that the Fredrin can be played in the XP.
Yeah.
But
in
you
a
still
good
don't
way.
like it.
But I still don't like it. I hate the Fredrin XP. It's already such a boring hero in the jungle. Put in an XP, and it becomes even more defensive. At least in the jungle, he moves forward.
Yep.
As XP, he's just like, oh man, let me cover for my gold laner. Ooh, we gotta roll. Roll it.
Roll it. All right.
May you have luck, my friend.
The odds be in your
If
favor.
it's a bad skin, it's a boo from the crowd. If it's a good skin, it's a boo. Boo. Oh, that's another boo, man.
Yeah, that's another
Anything
boo.
that's not the aspirant skin is a boo. Oh! Wait!
Wait.
Boo! Oh!
Oh, that's a good one.
That's good.
That's my favorite.
What is
One of
that?
That's the Uranus.
Yeah.
Uranus. It's pretty good.
Hey, overall a win.
Yeah.
Nah, if it's not the aspirants or a collector, it's not a win, man.
It's not a
Hey,
W.
hey.
That's an L.
Hey.
Yeah, that's
Let's go back to the
Dude,
track.
by the way. Shout out to Dire
I'm the
Dude.
priestess
Yeah.
of primal lightning,
Edith.
the hunter of
Okay,
all
so-
the evil gods.
I'm thinking like Eve or Farsa for Onyx if they want to be
Board?
gorgeous. Gorgeous is great,
Dude,
by the way, but it's kind of,
I
boring.
mean, listen, you doubted the core earlier, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, no, I'm saying it's good actually, but it's kind of boring, I don't want to
Okay.
see Sansa that kind of hero.
I
And they don't
Valid.
valid.
wait, let me just
Go
recap.
back to the Valentina.
Gideon hates the Uranus, you hate the Fredrin EXP, and you hate the Gord.
No, I don't. It's just that I
Oh,
don't. I want to
wait.
see Sansa the different.
Man's got stats!
Okay.
Man's just got the M5 Yuzong figurine. Now that's a W.
Wait.
That's a
Who's
double.
this?
That's a flex.
Look at the face.
Look at the face.
Look
Who
at
is
the
he?
face.
We gotta
Who's this
see.
man? Okay.
Okay.
Dude, you're a
Man.
W man.
W man. W.
Should we give the one on the...
No.
Okay,
We don't-
yeah.
Ooh,
Hayabusa.
there it is. Okay.
Okay.
Fredrin EXP, Hayabusa, the jungle.
Mirko, talk
Man,
us through
and-
Kyrie.
AP Brand, if you don't go Hilda, you can actually go Hilda here.
You're right. The Hilda would be quite deadly. That was the same pick that Todak went for to dismantle Onyx at M4.
Group stage.
Group stage.
Especially like Edith versus the Fredrin, that's a nothing lane, you know?
Oh wait, yeah, I was talking about the Fredrin EXP.
Oh, we're doing it again. All right. Are you ready?
Make it quick. Make it quick.
The stadium, are you
Oh,
ready?
this is Manjin.
If it's a bad
Insufficient
skip,
diamonds?
bro,
Oh,
Insufficient diamonds?
bro,
come
you're
on, man.
Manjin!
Manjin!
It's impossible.
Bro,
this
Big
guy's
L.
the richest caster in the Philippines.
What
It's impossible
the-
he doesn't have diamonds.
Oh,
Thams
the beast
is what we
of
get
finish.
against the Fredrin.
All right. Bring it back into the draft. Bring it back into the draft. Looks like my prediction about Fredrin EXP was there. Hayabusa here, 0% win rate in M5 so far. The Thamus, again, performing extremely well.
Everybody's just flexing.
oh, it's
What? No way.
Reptar.
Come on, man.
Okay, so he's the richest caster.
He is the richest caster.
No chance to defend yourself.
No.
All right, jumping into this game, well, what are we predicting here?
Wow.
I'm thinking, I'm just happy that the Hayabusa was picked. Remember, the last time that Kyrie picked up the Hayabusa, M4, the highlights were made. And I do want to go to a Game 7, so please, I think that this could be an Onyx game.
Well, to everyone watching, especially those Clippers, you know, Mirko, if we see an assassin on Kyrie, it'll be Kyrie! We're jumping into game number 4.
As Keyboy said once, when he was told to imitate me, he said, "Oh my God, Kairi Hayabusa," and we get it now. So, yeah.
You know what? The Hayabusa is really high. But talk us through here, because again, 0% win rate on M5, I cannot emphasize that enough.
Yeah. I think it was used maybe twice. And, but then again, this is Kyrie Hayabusa. So it's going to be very different. The thing is, they went for the Edith, which is a hero that doesn't really necessarily lock down the Hayabusa, but they do have the Akai, so I think that's good. And also AP Bren, we cannot forget the fact that they still have 1-1 Angela, a very strong combo. So I think that AP Bren will have the more comfortable draft heading into game number 4.
My only question here, going with the high, is it like a desperation coming in from Onyx? Because if AP Brent wins the next one, it is going to be match point. But with that, let's look at the emblem set here.
Yeah, gonna be a Impure Rage, in fact, for Kyrie instead of the lethal ignition, right? For your RG, typical RG. But yeah, you can see the Thrill as well as the Season Hunter, and then of course that Impure Rage from Kyrie. We're gonna see if he's really good at it so far, flexing his quad shadow moves.
Yep, and now looking at the item builds here.
Oh, that's Flicker.
Looks like AP Brand right now as well as Onyx. I'm looking at the timings here because this is Ogwen using the Edith as a roam. We saw earlier in game number 1 how Platzi was so impactful, and Super Marco survives against Kyrie as well as CW. Now, back to the question here, the timing from AP Brand.
Yep.
What time should they strike?
Every time they have the heavy spin up. Fortunately, they have Tams, Edith, as well as this Akai. So I think that they don't really have the timing. But every time that the turtle fight is there and they have the heavy spin, they can absolutely fight against Sonic.
Basically, with the assassin pick though, they have to give everything away neutral objective-wise, right? Flapteasy doing a good job right now, zoning Kyrie away. The Quad Shadow going to be used up as well for Kyrie. Getting full stacks. Hard guard ready. San steals away the Primal Wrap, but the Vengeance keeps them at bay. All for the turtle to be taken for free by Kyle Teasy. Flap taken very low. Hard guard going to come down onto Flap, giving him enough HP, enough sustain to survive and disengage.
Something that I do worry about as well, because we got to talk about Flap TZ with Vengeance here. A Claude going up against anyone with a Vengeance.
Yes, sir.
It's not going to be looking good for the Claude. CW has to think a lot before he goes in with the Blazing Duet.
Yeah. It's like AP Bren got the Terizla, but a much faster damage build kind of Terizla. I'm not saying that Thanos is better than Terizla, because Terizla still is better overall. But the thing is, that's what they get. It has good lane prio, because if you're going to be looking at Terizla, it's quite slow when it comes to walking from lane to lane. Because of the passive as well as the first skill of Flap TZ, he's able to traverse the map from bottom to mid lane faster than a Terizla would. That's how they can keep up the pace against Onyx. So that's the general idea why Flap TZ went in for the Thams against Onyx.
So AP Bren, even though they got the turtle in terms of the gold difference, not really, because the only one that has a gold advantage on AP Bren is Few, where he has 100. Like, isn't that negligible at this point? AP Bren, they're trying to slow down Kyrie, but I saw his farm just now. It looks pretty alright.
Yeah, and he just stole that Oh, well, he just recovered his own creep in the jungle with a retribution, and then straight into the bottom side. So he's actually leading despite not having the turtle.
Yeah, it's going to be the trend now for Onyx. Try to find ways to get something out of the map and do not contest for the turtle fights. Maybe if they find a good opening on keyboard, maybe they could try to contest. But I think that overall, AP Brand, this is their jungle. This is their river in a way. They will take care of the neutral objectives easily.
Well, I kind of feel like if AP Brand, as long as they're moving with looking at the map here, they are separated. So if Kyrie finds a moment where AP Brand is not moving as a unit, he can get his snowball going by catching the mistake of AP Brand. But during this turtle fights, it's going to be a little bit difficult. I am wondering if Kyrie wants to contest for this, because we've seen him on his assassins, man. He wants to try.
Flicker, everything used up on the keyboy, taking first blood. Super Marco gets it. Kyrie in the midst right now. Quad Shadow in, and he finds it. Ogwen chases him down right now. The Quad Shadow, he popped in. Kyrie versus the world. AP Brent chasing him down. Kyrie. Shadow kill. Boots is here. Shots also with the Primal Wrath. Kyrie going in the back with the crossbow. A tang. The Super Marco and the heavy spin from Kyle Teasy locks them all down. The turtle traded in for 3 with Keyboy.
4 minutes in. AP Brand move as 5. Yeah. That's very quick timing there.
Just so happens in top lane, there was the turtle, and obviously the Goldaners were there. See, for Onyx, my main reservation for the Hayabusa is that if you get the neutral objectives, he can easily be taken out.
We got to look at Kyrie. Does he have the purple buff?
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't.
Okay.
Stolen away.
AP Brand has started this.
He's just 100 gold behind. That's actually very surprising.
Where is he getting the farm?
Well, he got the farm and he also stole the turtle earlier. So
That's right.
technically not that far, but now without the purple buff, right?
Yep.
That's where the problem starts.
We got to talk about the Trojan Scythe as well on this Thomas. So whenever he tries to create space, even though he doesn't have defensive items, he can take care of himself.
Yep, for sure. And it's a great rundown on the Fredrin, for example. You can slow him down so easily. Even the Kaja might not escape your sights. And that is going to be good for AP Brand.
Oh, some good damage. Onward, and the Earth Shadow, the Appraiser's Wrath deals nothing. Not even helping Boots sustain. And AP Brent find another kill on Super Marco. Looking for the siege in the mid lane, tier 1. Another Shatter down, Kyrie with the Quad Shadow and the Retry to keep this turret defended.
They will eventually defend. Another problem here that this Hayabusa might face is the sustain that you can get out of AP Brand. Angela just going to be a big problem there on. That's why later on, they definitely need both Kyrie and CW to deal the damage, because it's going to be CW to kind of mess with the shields as well as the sustain, and it's Kyrie for the sweeps.
Now the turtle has been started by AP Brand. CW Sans as well as Keyboy is there. Ogwen finds Boots.
Heavy spin used up already. Primal Wrath going to be going as well now.
Oh, and you hear the crowd's reaction.
Right before a big team fight. But ladies and gentlemen, please do be patient with us. We will try to solve this technical issue as fast as possible.
So now we got to talk about the possibility, because I'm looking at the draft coming in from Onyx. They could play with the map. They got the Hayabusa. They got the Claude. And we saw at 4 minutes, AP Brand was very much willing to group up together.
Yeah.
So is there a possibility of Onyx just spinning the map?
Yes, that's what they need. But at the same time, you're facing up against Thams with a... Actually, his emblem, I'm looking at the emblem. No speed up, but that's okay. But the Thams is naturally very speedy when it comes to like going from one lane to another. So the split push might not be that fast for the side of Onyx. It's possible, but it's manageable because of the Thams. Who gets the turtle?
We're back though, it seems we're back. The players are already ready. Might still be testing, not too sure.
Yeah, but either way, man, looking at the screen just now, you saw a 39% win possibility for Onyx and 61% win probability for AP Brand. We got to remind everyone here that if AP Brand wins this, it is going to be match point.
That's
so
right.
It's going to put a lot of pressure onto Onyx. If they want to get that trophy, they got to work super hard for it. With that being said, we're now going to be jumping back into the game with a turtle. Who gets the turtle?
It's AP Brand.
Oh, what? Sonic with a win. Oh, went flickering forward. Kyrie's next. Super Marco! Triple kill! on the board. 5-0 and 2.
Right now, AP Brand, this is a big lead. Sans can protect. This mid lane journey is super important. AP Brand just takes it like that.
And immediately they go for the purple buff. Nullifying this assassin pick again from Onyx. They already had the Fredrin, but they switch it back to the EXP lane. And even without something like a Hilda or anything, there wasn't any problem. We're gonna see through the replay what happened in that fight. It's brought to us by Kadia. And you can see that Sans
Marco,
already stole the
wow.
heavy spin, but it wasn't enough. I mean, Super Marco just kited all throughout.
Everything. What a play by Marco.
Yeah, honestly, Mirko, you're the 1-1 expert. In this position right now, when AP Brand has 3.4k gold lead, and looking at the items here, 3 items for Super Marco, how ahead is he actually?
Oh, he's super ahead, man. The thing is, on the 1-1, you might take a look at the gold lead and you might say it's just an 800 gold lead, not even 1,000. But the thing about 1-1 is, if you reach that corrosion site and the DHS, that's already your power spike. That's why you can go for the Wit of Nature, and now he becomes lethal. Because he can find those weakness points, take more of a risk, and still be doing maybe even more damage than CW.
Yeah, and Kyle TZ took quite a lot of damage there, but again, the fact that he can take that much damage shows that Onyx is not ready to fight just yet. We see Kyrie again. I feel like even though he's under this much pressure, he can still do it. Sans doing the most damage here.
Onward, catching his dash. The prediction from AP Brand from Oakland. Keyboy taking out Sans now. Looking for some sort of retaliation, but AP Brand are utilizing this chaos to go for the Lord. Onyx in shambles.
Yeah, but look at Kyrie, man. He's looking for the side lanes.
Vengeance. Flapteezy just standing there menacingly. CW can't do anything, and Lord gets taken without the help of the Retribution. Kyrie in the bottom lane, looking for a trade. Boots brought back to the team. Kyle TZ there. Should be able to retreat, and does. Takes away another purple buff from Kyrie. And Kyrie can only get a tier 2 in the bottom lane to trade the Lord. And a purple buff, whoa.
Yep. It's nothing that Onyx is getting right now. They're trying to defend. They're trying to just go for the clear out on the side lanes, but it will not be enough at all. AP Brand might just steamroll into the top lane, especially because they have the massive objective here. Super Marco is already so farmed up. Kyle TZ is tanky enough. And even Flap TZ. You can see Flap TZ manning up against the members of Onyx, standing in front of them. Not scared at all because he does have the Vengeance and he's very tanky at this point, even getting the Dominance Ice. 10 minutes.
Yeah, but a big power spike from Kyrie. I saw that he built the Blade of Despair, so I think it's not quite over yet for Onyx, but AP Brand wants it to be over.
It's really hard now for Onyx. I feel like for Super Marco especially, right? The main idea for Onyx was they want to get Super Marco assassinated, but he has the Win of Nature. So what comes next? Where does this damage come, Sans?
Now the Lord is down bottom, but looks like AP Brand is able to secure the tier 2s. Oh, CW wants Kyle TZ. He has to be careful.
Shadowkill also used up some damage back to AP Brand. Onyx still trying to defend from the siege that AP Brand are still going at it full force with. Conceal coming down. BMI getting him out. A good splash of damage from the turret to try to take these minions down, but AP Brand do a lot with that minion wave. The base turret in the bottom lane is low, very low.
Oh, look at this purple buff here. Kyrie wants it, but AP Brand wants to deny it.
He wanted more. Mogwen needs the time. No, he doesn't even need to. AP Brand have done it. They've taken another purple buff.
For the longest time, we haven't seen any Flicker Divine Judgment play from Onyx. In fact, there's no play that we saw from Onyx. The last time that we saw was probably the turtle fight where Sans was able to copy the heavy spin, but that's just about it. Onyx cannot find an opening for a team fight. And this Kaja pick, even when it's like one of the best heroes that Keyboy has ever played, it seems like he does not have an impact right now.
I mean, look in the lineup here, man. When Flap TZ as well as Ogwen is up in your face, there's it looks like there's no right target for you to catch, because in theory, Super Marco and Few is the perfect target you want to catch.
Yeah.
But having Flap TZ as well as Ogwen, man-to-man defense on you, and even if you're able to penetrate that defense, Kyle is there, man.
Yeah.
He's going to nullify your engage.
Heavy spin.
Heavy spin.
Just one tap away from a cover.
So, I don't know, man. I feel like if you ran with the draft, they've successfully nullified the advance that Keyboy has on his Kaja. But if he can prove me wrong, I'm all for it.
Keyboy up top.
They spotted him. Keyboy all alone, isolated. Still with the flicker now. Kyle teasing with a heavy spin. Locks Keyboy down. Super Marco has a monster kill. 6-0 and 3.
That's a problem. And AP Bren, even though Retribution forced out, Boots might be in trouble.
Is in trouble. Onward, Earthshatter locking him down. The top Boots gets him out with a flicker. Baptiste chases him down. CW now pushing some damage. Vengeance! Baptiste able to escape the shadow kill. Not able to take him down. Super Marco dashes forward, looking for one more. Boots zoned away. Meanwhile, Kyle, all this time, he's still on the Lord and he gets it for free. The Hive in Rizal Memorial Coliseum. Go wild!
AP Bren has been hiding this Damus pick, man. He just, like you said, stands there menacingly. As long as he has the vengeance, dude, he feels strong. He feels invincible. He can make a beeline straight to anywhere and he'll be okay.
It will take so much from Onyx to be able to take down Flapteasy. DHS, the Trinity actually available now for CW, gets the Malefic Roar, much needed in this particular game, but they might not be able to utilize it because AP Bren, everybody else is tanky. Everybody else is the problem.
Lord march down, gets a good charge on. The Primal Rat stolen away. Sans trying to deal some damage. Ogwen, Earthshatter out already. No onward just yet. He onwards to the back. Kyrie does a bit more damage onto him, but AP Bren will stay disciplined. They have a 7,000 gold lead. They'll look for another wave in the mid lane this time around. AP Bren still with a lot of resources. Sans coming down into the mid lane with a splash of damage. Boots standing in the front. Flapteasy looking for an engage. Calteasy soaking the damage in. Divine Judgment on the Flapteasy with no vengeance this time around, but he has it back on cooldown now. The base turret cracked open in the mid lane. Ogwen gets the immortality. Keyboy with a whip. But that's 3 base turrets down for Onyx. And AP Bren are still lingering. That's Kyle! With a truncheon by Sans, but it's not enough. The mage, the Gila Sans, has been taken down. Now it's AP Bren, 5 against 4. Super Marco looking for all the weakness points. Mid wave still going to be cleared away. 2 waves coming down though. AP Bren looking for a match point. Boots up to blazing to from CW. A vengeance. With a truncheon by Few. Still able to survive. Kyrie marching back and forth. One more minion. AP Bren. The Wild Bees. The Hive. Match point.
Match point for AP Bren. One more win is needed to keep the trophy in Philippines. One more win for them to be the 2-time world champion.
Just one more. That is what the crowd is chanting. They can feel it. The first hometown champions, it's just one win away.
Dude, the storyline. No host country winning the M series. Right now, AP Bren is looking at it and be like, don't you know who we are? And now, a lot of things happen, man. We got to talk about Flapteasy. But we're going to give it over to Leo as well as Gideon.
Ah, man, I have to agree with you, Leo. This is one of the few moments where you just let it sit in. The crowd is giving that extra bit of momentum for AP Bren, and it's understandable with the way that they are playing so far, the way that...
The problem that they have right now is that they might see the Akai as well as the Martis be banned out by AP Bren during the banning phase.
I mean, at this point, I'm just worried about Boots because our panelist was talking about how Boots has been shafted in the draft, given heroes that is going to make plays, but is not winning the lane. So I'm looking at the draft, and I'm thinking, will Boots be having an easier time, or will he be the sacrifice lane?
But good thing is, he will be the last pick anyways. AP Bren, Kai is still open, a hero that kind of is good against the composition of AP Bren. We know for sure that those are the kinds of heroes that you pick up against the Fredrin. There's also the Direct factor for Onyx. And knowing that they have the 1-1 anyways, all they have to do is to make sure that the other laners, the XP lane as well as the jungler, should be self-sufficient. Heroes that don't rely heavily on the farm. So make sure that the 1-1 will have the farm in the end.
That's the thing right now, right? For AP Brand, they've been doing really well at shutting down Kyrie, whether he's on a utility, especially when he's on an assassin.
Yeah.
That Hayabusa pick seems like a very desperate pick now that we look at game number 4. And AP Brand, now they're starting to nail Boots. They have heard the thoughts and they have seen what happens when Boots doesn't get a playmaking hero as well.
Yeah, because I was thinking of the Terizla as well, man. Without... What? We landed today from the US? Oh!
It's on time from the USA.
Hey, welcome! I mean, I'm not Filipino, but welcome!
Yeah.
Welcome.
Welcome.
You want to say welcome?
Welcome.
There you go.
Mabuhay.
Mabuhay.
All right, now the Dyrov, you were talking about it as well, Mirko.
Banned out.
Dyrov getting banned as well. I mean, at this point, does Boots have the Tamos in his arsenal?
He does. Actually, he does.
He does. I mean, I think that Boots can play many kinds of heroes. Going up against the Claude, they might...
What does this say? Jauh-jauh ke Filipino untuk tengok Indonesia juara.
Yes.
What does that
He says he came from Indonesia, far away to the Philippines to see Onyx win.
Oh, thank you, man. I couldn't understand that. Your backup was well.
Yeah.
Appreciated.
100%, man.
Valentina is open for AP Bren, a valid option for this case. I mean, Few is phenomenal with it, but I will not be surprised if they go pick up something like a Kadira actually for AP Bren, because they need a hero for Few to kind of eliminate heroes instead of Onyx. They need a burst. So Farsa, Kadira, although the most reliable hero might be the Valentina for AP Bren.
What about just the Paquito here, right? The mid lane is already revealed. For the side of Onyx, they picked Novaria, so Valentina won't be contested. Picking up a Paquito here, sure, it does stop that flex from happening from the Arlet, but hey, it's a strong pick. You get it on Flap TZ. You also get Mr. or Master Ogwen on the Arlet.
Well, the clock is ticking. AB Brent has to make a selection right now. So the hero that they're going to pick up looks like it's going to be the Lilia. Okay. So if Oni is going to pick up a utility jungler, he's going to take quite a lot of damage.
That means that Onyx might just go for Lapu-Lapu on the EXP lane, or the Paquito that we talked about. But Lapu-Lapu should be a wonderful choice. Then when it comes to their jungler choice, they still have Akai as well as Martis. They might just go revert back to the Martis, because what they need to do right now is to just rely on the 1-1. They have solid pickups for the 1-1 anyways. They have the Minotaur as well as this Novaria. So Akai or Martis should be the choice, and then something like a Lapu-Lapu so that they can dive the backlines.
Right, looking at the selection here. A lot of crowd control as well as a lot of damage coming in from Onyx. The Paquito getting picked up here, as well as
the
box. Yeah.
I can't believe that the box is still open.
Yeah, but also the box check into the Lilia, right?
That's
it's a tough matchup here.
That's true.
Very, very tough.
Okay, now AP Bren can choose to go for the Arlet again. They can actually go for the Lapu-Lapu. They picked it before. It's Fredrin Lapu-Lapu Arlet.
That would be crazy, right? A Filipino hero in the final, perhaps, game.
Yes, sir.
Of M5. AP Bren might be able to do it. What is the voice line that Lapu-Lapu says?
This is our homeland?
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
This is homeland. And soon be the burial ground
of Onyx. Let's
How
see.
Fitting would that be?
I think if he does go for the Lapu, the crowd will go wild, right?
Yep.
Right as he says, oh, he doesn't. Okay, Grok. They want the Lapu, man. They want to hear, this is our homeland.
All right, well, you want to show off your skin. Let's hope we have time.
We have too much power.
Dude, we're influencing the crowd. We're very sorry. But again, we're jumping in potentially the final game for today. Looking at the drafts, Wolf, do you feel AP Brand's got it?
Absolutely. They have a good hero they have a good standard matchup. Just especially because they have the Lilia anyways, and they kind of I think that this backshot was kind of forced. But at the same time, there's no other reason. I dare say though, for Onyx, all they have to do really is to rely on Chewe this time. Just rely on CW. They have a very standard draft, Minotaur as well as Novaria. It's gonna be great in the early and the late portions of the game. All Carry needs to do is to make sure that he at least trades for the first few turtles and not get destroyed in the early stage, and they're gonna be A-okay.
The host country has never won an M series. Will AP Brand be the difference maker, or will the Sky Kings ascend and then continue this best of 7. We're jumping into the game.
We're hearing it already from the crowd. This is our homeland, they say, as they yell out AP Bren. Ogwen early on invading the enemy jungle, gonna be knocked out. Flicker already burnt out. Kyrie hunting him down. Ooh, the Astrosphere dodge away from CW, chasing. Ogwen gets out.
Ogwen, oh my goodness.
But that's Flicker that they committed. Burnt a lot of time though. Amazon Onyx would be very happy about that. Flicker not being available for the Lord fight, for the turtle fight.
Looking at the emblem set here, I want to see a little bit more aggression coming in from Boots, because Boots is going very aggressive, having the Rupture as well as the Festival of Blood.
And interestingly, Converse want to take a look at the gold lane. 1-1 versus the Cloud. We saw yesterday that the trend was go for the Master Assassin, but this time they went both for Tenacity.
So both are playing for survivability. Both are playing not for the lane, but for the team fights. That's what they want to do the most. And so far, let's look at this matchup, right? The skill matchup, even in the jungle. It's Baksha versus Fredrin, but Countese has been able to invade early on, getting a level lead.
Yeah, it's mainly because of the Grok as well, being very aggressive in that moment, in that regard. I would say though, Baksha is supposed to be the hero that has a faster jungle take
It's
rate.
the distraction from
But
Ogwen.
distraction from Ogwen. At the same time though, few can leash, and Novaria cannot leash as much.
Interesting though. Looking at Countese, wait a minute. A knock-up, a taunt onto Keyboy. Should be able to escape this one, but look at the emblem that Kyle actually chose. We've seen many times that now it's the concussive blast that has become the norm for Fredrin. Why Braves might here, Wolf?
It's a standard. Actually was the first emblem of choice. And then there was the Quantum Charge, eventually the Concussive Blast, and they're now going for the base fight because he wants a team fight. I think that AP Bren, particularly for Countese, they're recognizing the fact that it's the Claude that is the main character here.
Minions Fury and a knock-up. Keyboy now knocked up himself by the wild charge from Ogwen. That's Few, the man who is on a mission to get his second M-Series title.
Let me just say that play was possible because of Ogwen. Ogwen saw the pathway coming in from Kyrie, making AP Brand know that Kyrie is far away so they can burst down the turtle. No hesitation at all. Onyx having both Keyboy as well as Suns trying to create the illusion that they want to contest for it, but the illusion was shattered because Ogwen found out where Kyrie really was.
An amazing play coming out from AP Bren for sure. The spacing that they have, they're not stopping.
They're not. Keyboy very low, the wall to keep him at bay. No dash, Keyboy still able to flicker up from wall charge. Now Flapteasy caught under the turret. One more shot, he finds it. Sans looking for the turnaround by Flapteasy. Just walks out. Now Sans walks down. Astro Meteor going to be committed down. The mid lane cleared away by Few to stop that from happening.
And what a juggle coming out from Few. He took the aggro of the turret and then survived because of the ultimate, making it so that they can dive. That was wonderful juggling coming out from AP Bren.
We gotta talk about the late game scaling here because Onyx, we've seen whenever they have the Novaria, their Lord Dance is gonna be very difficult to handle just because Sans can deal out so much damage in the meantime. And now we gotta look at the Novaria Astral Recall comparison, both Sans as well as Few. Games played, Few has more advantage, and look at a cast count. 396 for Sans, but 776 for Few.
Very similar. They hit
35.
1 out of the 3 shots they make. But that's actually pretty impressive.
Very impressive on the Novaria. Boots chunked down by Few, but Ogwen now, Power of Nature, getting him out to safety, but Boots dealing a bit more damage. Knockout strike as well. Ogwen gets out again. Master Ogwen doing the Skadoosh here. Few knocked up, but he still has the black shoes and even a Purify. Kyrie canceled out on that shield unity. Flapteasy doing a bit of a damage. The wall comes down, the Guardian's barrier. Minas Fury dodged away from Countese. He gets out. Oh, it's a wild charge, a final slash. Everything. Boots forced to flicker out to safety. Kyrie returns as Poisson's Keyboy isolated. And a Brazer's Wrath to take him down for the 3rd time this game. But Onyx find this time around a kill back onto the enemy roamer.
This is a very good start here coming in from AP Brand. 1,000 goal lead. They are in prime position to keep controlling the map because at this point, I feel like it's hard for Onyx to even move forward.
Exactly. Right after taking the turtle, they know that Kyrie doesn't have the retribution. Then Countese steals it away. He actually gets 2 creeps, gets the Rakursa as well as the orange buff. That's going to be massive. I mean, you will not feel it right now, but every time that Kyle TZ takes away a jungle creep away from carry, that's double the effect. Because not only do you get gold, you also take away gold from your opposing jungler.
And now Boots. He's taking a long way around. Boots will be taken out. AP Bren have come alive again in game 5.
Onyx right now, they've been making a lot of mistakes, getting caught out. Ogwen, even though he's taking quite a lot of damage, is not going to get taken down. Few is here as well. Onyx, I kind of feel like they got to slow down, they got to breathe, they got to figure out what is their game plan, because I feel like they're trying to force things and AP Brand is just catching their mistakes.
They've been catching way more than just mistakes. They've been forcing mistakes out as well. All in onto Keyboy, the roamer. A taunt as well. Caltizi put out the stacks. Wild charge of Brazer's Wrath. Keyboy taken down again. Blazing away from Super Marco as well. Almost ECW down. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Few gets assassinated by Boots.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Keyboy right now as the Minotaur 0-4-0. 6 minutes in the game. AP Brand has 5 kills. 4 of those is Keyboy. AP Brand, they have a target, and that target's name is Keyboy.
Big problem. Turtle is going to be available. They're forcing the retribution onto Kyrie once again.
Level 10 to level 8. And Caltizi gets it, but he does utilize the retribution. Now Kyrie, shield unity instantly onto the turtle. That's now already being started up by Onyx. This is a desperate move, but it might actually work out for them. Kyrie has the retribution. AP Bren forced back. That's retribution secured for the turtle right now, and Boots is able to pop in that black shoes, and Astral Sphere dodge away from by Pew. Boots still chasing, but Pew gets out.
Let me just say, AP Brand has been doing quite a good job avoiding all the damage coming in from Sans, because we see the U-turn coming in at the end of their move and making sure that Sans is not going to be that big of an impact. So I kind of feel like that's also a small thing, but it's really stacking up.
Yep.
It's really making it so that AP Brand is not really all that fearful getting into those fights.
And AP Bren also transitioning into overtaking the jungle. And that's the reason why they prioritize utilizing the retribution onto the purple buff. Boots in trouble.
Flickering back, Caltizi chasing him. Battle Mirror Image is there. Boots will be taken down again. This time it's Super Marco who picks up the kill. Meanwhile, the bottom lane, not the same thing happening. AP Bren stopping any sort of trade from happening this game. 8 minutes in.
Oh no. Disastrous for Onyx.
I'm just listening to the crowd. I mean, at this point, AP Brand 1.7k lead for Onyx. What is the timing here? Super Marco's pushing, man.
The only timing for Onyx waiting right now is again for the game to equalize once again. They might forfeit the early to mid game again. The first 15 minutes, it's gonna be AP Bren for sure. And all they can do is to hope that Keyboy lands a beautiful Minion Fury into CW's ultimate. Until then, it's gonna be difficult for them to find a fight. Unfortunately, AP Bren has the better heroes, the early stages of the game, and the better items, the better economy. They just have it right now.
One way out for Onyx, it's to fight. But AP Bren are doing the best they can to stop that from happening.
Yeah, and right now, again, Onyx, their mechanics are going to be tested here. Because AP Brand, they're definitely winning out when it comes to the macro. The Lord has pawn. Boots up top with Super Marco. The Lord dance is initiated by Kyle TZ. Keyboy probably looking for an opportunity.
That's a good shield unity into the Astral Sphere. Crossbow tank gonna be locked in. CW on the Kyle TZ, who's taking a half HP right now, but he has it. Brazer's Wrath! Wild charge from Oakwood! Kyle TZ very low. CW launching forward. A few deals some damage. Well, CW once again doing a lot of damage. Boosting the leg. That's a concealed play. Kyrie gonna be able to secure this Lord of the game. Oakwood very low. Conceal. Trying to get out. Knockout strike locks him down. And that should be a kill over. Boots the Heavenly Fist is what we call him in Indonesia. Now getting it. CW finds another.
Onyx needed to fight. They fought.
Marco.
With nature. Oh, that's crazy.
I couldn't even finish my sentence there.
Yeah, me neither.
And that's a team fight that Onyx badly wanted. We're looking for an opening. They have found it. They made it, actually.
Uh-oh. Boots taken very low. Super Marco backed up with the Battle Mirror Image. Now Kyrie with the shield unity. Looking low. My goodness gracious. Every single time he throws this one, man, it's panicking, but CW gets a turret up top.
Marco, breathe. We need you. We
All right.
need you, man.
I'll breathe.
All right, so now we're gonna give it over to Wolf. Looking at the items here.
Yep, a rush onto the Wind of Nature. Interesting choice coming out from CW. And that's the reason why they were able to last the fight. At the same time, deal the damage. And now Onyx, they all of a sudden get 2.4k.
What? Wait,
Rubber band.
from 400 gold to 2,600. 5-man Astral Echo. Onyx looking for the steal, Minions Fury. But Kyrie will just secure the purple buff. They're getting chunked very low. That might be a bad engage. Flapteezy! He went in a bit too aggressive. Super Marco, a great battle mirror image to escape from this onslaught of damage. Another shot down, threading the needle, Sans.
I would say here, Onyx has been winning those fights where Flapteezy made a bad engage. And I don't know, AP Brand, they gotta stop that, because every time we see Flap goes in, and then Onyx feels like they're having an advantage. His HP, you have to look at that, man.
And my smart translation to that is that the box that was set up by Onyx was already so rigid, and AP Bread goes into their box one after the other. Especially when Flapteezy starts it, they're waiting for Ogwin to go for the jump, but unfortunately Onyx has established this box where Kibo is in front, CW is waiting for the stacks. When they do have the ultimate, they will be able to pop it. And I think the real game changer here for Onyx is Sans.
Yes.
Every time he lands the Astral Echo onto many members of AP Bren, Onyx will have the better decision making.
Because Ogwin can't find any wild
Exactly.
charges. The wild charges become very tame. And that becomes very powerful. Kyrie knows it's time to go in right now. Flapteezy, crossbow tank already. Oh, final slash not
What?
able to be casted in time. And he gets bursted down.
And Ogwin cannot do anything. Didn't do
Nothing.
anything. Because even if he uses the wild charge, it's just a waste of an ultimate. And what's gonna happen is that Ogwin will also be taken to the grave.
Let me just say, man, this is not a fun game to be a frontline, because every single time you're just doing your job.
Just doing your thing, man.
You just get punished too much. It's like, excuse me, sir, let me play the game.
This game turned out to be a battle of mechanics in the end because both teams have good heroes. And when I say good heroes, they have the 1-1 on the side of Onyx, they have the Cloud on the other side. Meaning to say, no matter what happens, there will be the late game insurance. And it's just 12 minutes of the game.
Boots now, I gotta say, I don't think he's been shafted by the draft. He's
Not
been
at
getting
all.
a hero that can make a difference, man.
And he's performing on it so far on this Bakito. 2 deaths, but with those 2 kills now, they're looking for a little initiation. Astral Echo once again revealing forward. Boots flanking around, just making a miss. Flapteezy gonna be chunked down by the Astral Sphere. Kyrie still on the Lord. Flapteezy not able to ensure this. Final slash only on the Keyboy. Minor Fury! Keyboy finds 3, that's another knockup. Super Marco still holding down the nearby! Marco! With a lazy duet, but CW with a crossbow of 10 into the Astral Sphere. Now CW chasing few down, forcing another big punch from Boots. 4 for 1.
He got that?
Unbelievable. And it's Sans again landing the Astral Echo to 4 members of AP Bren. Then immediately what they did afterwards was to go to Kalteezy. The front-to-back damage coming out from Onyx cannot be contained anymore. Kalteezy steps into the box of Onyx once again, gets punished for it.
Wait, they're going for the end. 1 base turret up top, 1 base turret in the mid lane getting dealt with. Super Marco gonna be chunked down. 1 second on Flapteezy.
Can they do it?
Coming down, CW focusing it. But Onyx will decide to disengage. It's a bit too risky with all the members coming back. They don't want to risk a 1 straight push, but they have another Lord.
Yep, the Lord is here. Astral Echo connects onto everyone. Future Marco taking a lot of damage. AP Brand still protecting their base. Onyx doesn't find a way to go in.
Amazing defense from AP Bren. Onyx now looking for the bottom lane base turret, the final one. Flapteezy looking for a big play. Weakness points getting caught out. Flapteezy 2 more. That's a good final slash on the CW. Good nature, wild charge, and that's the turn. 3-man Minute Fury into the blaze into it. Boots in the castle with the help of the Keyboy. That's an Astral Sphere, dodge away from once again. Flapteezy very low. Boots in the midst of it all. Dealing some damage, getting some shields. Able to disengage, and the base turret, the Windians, take away the final base turret in the bottom lane. Only the base left standing, but AP Bren are fighting.
The defense there from AP Bren was really good, but they did lose a lot. And the thing is, Onyx, all they need to do was to make sure that CW is cleared for takeoff. And AP Bren finally are able to stop them. Flicker is going off cooldown on Ogwin. And AP Bren punished, they get 1 turret. We're gonna live to see another day, another Lord Dance for sure. It's gonna happen in less than a minute.
Well, what we were talking about how they were.
Oh! Another big shot out to Ogwen. Kyrie unable to take him down. It's ticking, but Ogwen survives. Pops the power of nature. Oh my goodness, this game.
Onyx, they're in a position where they push AP Brand. Now, looking at the base, half HP, basically. Right now, I'm looking at Boots as well. I'm thinking, Onyx has a lot of ways to play this. They can wait for the Lord. They can go for a fight. They can go for a split.
Exactly, because they have the Paquito anyways.
There's a lot of options here for Onyx. The pressure's on to AP Brand now. They got to figure out what Onyx wants to do and be 2 steps ahead.
Well, look at the draft. Remember what Onyx did to AP Bren. Now Few is the one on the Lilia. Now they are the ones who have good wave clear. Could it possibly happen? One big fight to end the game from AP Bren.
There's so many possibilities. In fact, right now, I'm curious because Super Marco as well as Ogwen, they're grouped up together.
Oh.
They might punish Boots.
Well charged into everything. Boots able to dash away. Forward now with the
That's
wall.
the play.
Catches him and Few takes the kill. That's the play indeed. AP Bren, that's the opportunity, the golden one. But Caltese gonna be locked down, crossbow attack ready. CW popping it now in the final second, able to translate it over to Ogwen and finding the kill. Few forces the black shoe, CW alone. When they should be popped in, Super Marco jumps in as well with CW is not able to guide away from him. Super Marco survives, Keyboy right there. Sans dealing damage with the help of Keyboy. 4 for 2 in favor of AP Bren. Keyboy very low, another one. Winner Truncheon!
Winner
From Few! A flicker, back.
What?
Sans and Keyboy looking for the miracle play. Looking for a snipe down. Teasing with a dodge. With that vengeance, Keyboy running Ogwen down. Very low, has the immortality. Does he buy some time? Astral Media, but look at the minion waves. An Astral Spear connecting. Ogwen flickers out to safety. The crowd goes wild. But the base is still wide open for the minion waves to come crashing down.
Right now, Sans finally gets it! Dude! Sans right now!
Oh!
What is this game? It's like playing tag! Sans trying to catch everyone and everyone's just dodging him left and right!
But look at the timers. Now it's Ogwen who's down for 20.
And he doesn't have the immortality when he wakes up. This is what happens when you have 2 of the best teams in the world of Mobile Legends going up against each other in the best of 5 series with the best heroes that we could ever expect from them. It's a duel.
Right now the Lord has been started by Onyx. AP Brand will not contest. Onyx now has the Lord. They will push with this. The question is AP Brand. They have the Lilia. They have the Claude. They have ways to clear the minion. But Onyx, can they force this out?
Sans, Gila. And
Gila Sans.
And I want to say, majority of the damage output of Sans obviously comes from the Astral Sphere from the second skill. But actually, his Astral Meteor usages were so much on point.
The choke points.
The choke points, he's utilizing it to...
He's playing it like a Lilia.
Exactly. He's making a lot of space for the team because he's blocking so many of the passageways of AP Bren, and the slows are actually super duper annoying to deal with.
Look at the timing though. It's not an Evolve Lord.
It's not. It's not.
Right now,
And they have the Lilia.
the Lord marches in. The wall has been brought up. Astral
Boots.
Echo hitting a 4. Look at Boots.
Very low, able to get the shield down. Now the base wide open. Finish Fury, not going to be casted just yet, but the Lord has been cleared out. Kyrie taking low. Towards the Poisons to run away. Oh, they go and collapse out to Kyrie. With the final stock as well. Finish Fury catching everyone. CW looking for the play. On the Few, putting the black shoes. 4-man knockup from Keyboy as he flickers out to safety, but Flapteezy is chasing him down. Sans clears out of midway. Flapteezy with a good stun. That's another Astral Sphere not connecting this time around. Keyboy taken down. Flapteezy finds the vengeance.
Onyx has to change their strategy, man. They gotta take advantage of Sans. They gotta let Sans do the damage. And it looks like AP Brand was able to protect their base, but back to my point.
30 seconds.
Oh, wait.
CW.
Can they do it?
No, he can't.
Nah, he can't. He can't.
Can't.
He can't.
It's very risky.
Very risky indeed. Has to recall out. He's keeping at it. He's keeping it. He's waiting for information. Few. Can he take out Few?
The assassin, 1v1, black shoes used up. CW needs one crossbow attack, but he saves it. He saves it. He outplays View, but Immortality gets bought out, and CW will back away. View has done it. What a play.
Ogwen and
Turnaround. Now it's going to be Kyrie, who still is able to bomb in that Poisons. He's isolated from the team, but he is soaking a lot of damage. Final clash might be happening right now. The Immortality, no Immortality. Kyrie has been taken down.
And it's mainly because of Ogwen. The usage of Guardian's barrier to isolate Kyrie away from his team. Then the supplement of the final slash, the displacements.
Ogwen, wild charge, keeping it at bay. Super Marco now trying to turn it around. CW jumping forward. A mechanical duel between the two best goal laners in the world currently.
Let me just say, I don't envy the position of CW as well as Super Marco right now, man. Too many things is going through their heads.
A very intense fight. I mean, everybody's trying to outplay each other, forcing so many mistakes, and at the same time, like, making the mistakes their own. Kyrie 12 seconds before respawning does have the shield unity, so he can get back. And the lanes are naturally in favor of Onyx.
Final slash, CW is down! Flat TC! The final slash that might have just ended this game. Another wild charge. Super Marco finding the kill. Kyrie jumping on the Super Marco, who buys the Immortality. An Astral Spear from Gila Sans. Super Marco, Battle Mirror Image, Boost still in the midst of it all. Trying to look for a big fight right now. Sans comes back in with the Astral Meteor. An Astral Echo. Another Immortality pop. Kyrie still going to fall. View finds another for the base. The minions. The drama. The drama.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
The Cannon event. The flappening. David Charles Gallo, that's his name. Saving this game with the final slash to take out CW, that's saving them from the Winions. It's the Cannon event.
This is the game. Sans has to carry the team, man. He has the damage. He just has to connect them. Altitude very low, but looks like AB Brand will secure this Lord. This is not looking good for Onyx.
And the wave clear is not that good for Onyx. It's not like for AP Brand where there is the Lilia as well as the Claude. This is the 1-1 single target hero. This is the Novaria. Although you have the Astro Meteor, it will not be enough. AP Brand, because of Flap TC, the flappening. And here you can hear them. End it! End it now!
Well, Onyx gonna try their very best to deny that. Because again, this is match point for AB Brand. Once that crystal is down, we'll crown a new champion. The Lord is marching up top. Ogwen's delaying it. He's trying to sync up the minions. This is going to be very difficult for Onyx to defend.
Even the base turret down below will be taken down by Super Marco. An Astral Sphere in the mid lane. Can they clear it away? Is it still possible, Wolf?
Again, for Onyx, I think anything is possible. They still have boots. Or maybe that's the wayfair that they're looking for. And Sans, a key hero, needs to survive for the entirety of this defense.
The base is cracked. Onyx on full defense mode, under siege. The Golden Road at risk. AP Bren in their world tour. In the mid lane, cleared out. Super Marco gonna be chunked down. The Infinite Shield already popped away. CW is able to clear out the minion wave in the mid lane. Kyrie, the Shield Unity, backing away once again. That top lane now gonna be dealt with by Onyx. And we are back again to the waiting game. Rizal Memorial Coliseum! Are you not entertained?
Listen to the crowd. This is an amazing match. 24 minutes in. AB Brand with a 6K goal lead, but at this point, the goal is only about switching your items. View, as well as Ogwen, finds all members of Onyx. And AB Brand, they're just moving around. They're just waiting for a point where Super Marco can just go in.
Lilia, the super duper late game, the ultra late game is so good.
A full NCW again.
Oh my God,
caught. A big mistake, a big blunder. AB Brennan found it once again. An Astral Spear, this time from Sans. An Astral Meteor in the bottom lane to try to clear things out. Super Marco knocked up, has the Battle Mirror image. 55 seconds on CW on Calvin Winata.
Oh my goodness. Flap TC once again.
Boots going in, trying to force out the Black Shoes. Minion wave in the mid lane, gonna be chucked down once again as Boots is able to dish out some damage in the bottom lane to clear the minion wave out. Both waves dealt with, but AP Brent are slowly sieging. Slapteezy. Oh, he's jumped into the base. Very low. Astral Meteor. Ogwen tanks it up. AP Brent, what a juggle! Super Marco now still gets out.
And for some miracle, Onyx holds on to 2 of their turrets. They might let go of the other one though.
Bottom lane base turret.
Hey.
They might be taken down. That is a big resource, but they are able to keep it at bay. Flapteezy up top, clearing up the wave. Onyx looking for another way to reset this, to stop AP Brent.
Right now, 4 members are caught in Astral Echo. Boots is from the side. The Few finds him. Slap wants to go in. He wants to find a target.
Back up, Astral Sphere. Keyboy in front of it all right now. Kyrie's gonna be chunked damage. So right to Boots! Finds an on strike. Finish Fury onto 4. CW is now here. The Lord, who gets it? It's gonna be an all-out fight. CW marches forward to shut down the redemption. For Calvin without a guy. Twice the retry. AP Brent scrambling. Sans! It's found Super Marco. Now CW is looking for an angle onto Ogwen. He's running away. Boots finds a kill. Now it's Pew. Who's still going?
CW!
Pew! Mortality bot. Black Shoes.
Dude, CW, man, as long as he survives, there's space for Onyx. Right now, they got the Lord. The minions have spawned. Onyx can push right now. But look at the positioning here, Sans. CW, they're in the face of AP Brand.
Sans is preventing Few from laying down the glooms so that there will be no defense. Sans with the place, the aggression, turning things around.
We can hear now the chant coming in from Onyx. Ogwen.
Sans looking for a shot. Kyrie jumping in CW. This might be the end for this game. Ogwen running away. Onyx have found a miracle!
Onyx denying the 4-1. Onyx continuing this battle. Onyx has one more chance to push us. Has one more chance to become the world champions.
After so many heroics coming out from Flapteezy and the entirety of AP Brand, it was Keyboy who finds the Minoan Fury in the end. Kyrie buying the immortality out of nowhere, under duress from the Lord Dance, and then eventually Sans acting as if his base is the other end. What a game!
We need a breather, man. Mirko needs a breather. We need towels. We need everything. For now, we're passing it over to our panelists.
Boys, I don't know what to tell you. I thought that was it. I thought AP Brand, they were going to close out that game, but Onyx pull it back somehow. They look so broken in the early game.
I think it's safe to say, and I speak on behalf of everyone watching, that was the best game so far in this series.
Oh, my lungs are giving out. This, I don't know. If Onyx can pull it all the way to make this a full best of 7, good luck to them, because the crowd is against them, and it doesn't help that AP Brand had so much.
Arlet Valentina, perhaps from AP Brand.
A lot of spins here, folks, but sorry, this draft is cooking. Congratulations to all that got the amazing skin. But now,
I'm thinking Arlet.
oh, no skin at all.
Oh wow.
Wait, he says.
All right.
Can he get it? If he, oh, nope.
Yep, no, we gotta look at the draft because again, this is the 6th game here.
Yep.
Onyx, very good start. How is AP Brand gonna supplement this 1-1?
What if they pick up the Akai, I think. So maybe Akai or Fredrin for AP Brand for sure. But I think they might be leaning towards more than the Akai. Then pick up the Faramis, the Valentine as well, so that they have an answer to the Faramis. Yeah. So another option might be Arlet. There it is.
And Arlet.
There it is.
Okay, Arlen.
Yep.
That's the combo here with the 1-1 as well to try to cover
Got it.
for her and also to try to punish this clumped up composition that they are going to try to look for with a Faramis.
Yep.
If the Phobia is not picked there, he's gonna get banned.
Yep. Ego Martis, where they pick up the Claude immediately because you don't want to not have a game-winning hero on your side if you're Onyx. And Onyx will just ban out the mages here for a few. Perhaps the Valentina, because it still is a pretty good hero, and it's a hero that can also one-shot the Claude later on. If the Claude does not pick up the Rose Gold Meter or the Athena Shield, Valentina is a hero that can one-shot that hero. Then the Gourd, which...
Or Novaria?
Yep, that's also true, but Novaria.
Because I kind of feel like if they don't have a hero that can dive.
Oh, he got it.
Oh, yeah, Spirit Root!
No way!
No way!
He did it!
The draft was the...
From 0 to 100.
Even the draft had to go down for that one, man. Congratulations, my man.
Dude, shout outs to everyone getting the skins. Sana all.
Sana,
Will
all.
finish
Actually, I do
what
have
was
every
left
skin as well.
undone.
All right, rich guy.
It's just, well, either ways, looking at the draft here, looking like Minotaur getting banned out by Onyx. So now it's on to AP Brand. Whether they want to ban out the EXP or the Roam, kind of feel like banning out that EXP is going to be a safer choice here.
Yeah, definitely the safer choice, right? You want to take Boots out, but also
rises when I give
same
the
with
Yeah,
word.
Khalid. That's going to be the Khalid ban coming through.
Maybe Terizla as well.
Yeah.
Terizla Khalid would be solid to take away from Boots, but after that game on Paquito, do you want to respect that, right? That's my question. They can pick it up for them. Wait, no, first pick on red side.
Yeah.
So that is a viable ban actually to go for.
Hero. So was the Benedetta. So, well, also the Terizla is a pretty good hero, but usually what you counter with the Arlot, against the Arlot, is the Terizla, right? You pick
Yeah.
it up. It's a good hero to go up against the 1-1 in a way. So yeah, the Gord, as we expected. And I think Onyx are willing to give the Valentina at the side. Oh, by the way, there is a chance for AP Brent to also pick up the Lapu Lapu once again.
Okay.
We've seen that it worked before because it's a, like I said, it's a great hero versus the Faramis. So I'm thinking for AP Brand, they might just ban out the Terizla for good measure.
Yeah, I would say because again, the Paquita was strong, but Boots on the Terizla, we see that it's a comfort pick for him. And
Yeah.
I kind of feel like, I don't have the numbers, but if Boots gets the Terizla, the percentage of Kyrie actually securing those turtles and lords significantly increase.
Yep. There's a massive chance of a Hoot Hoot as well from Onyx.
Ooh.
Knowing that there's the Arlet and the Kai, that could be a
1-1.
and 1-1. Yeah.
Oh, they banned the Dyroth and the Khalid, so you're right. The Diggy could actually still come through for Onyx here.
Yeah. But they might pick up the Boots hero first though, because they want to keep this Guinevere kind of flex. So what are the heroes that could be there for Boots? Maybe they steal the Edith or the Lapu Lapu actually.
Again, a lot of EXPs are open.
Yep.
You could just go for Terizla, right?
Yep.
Terizla is like the safest. It's like one of those, like, just pick it up and then almost like you can autopilot, because I'm guessing Boots has been playing this hero even in his sleep.
Yeah. I'm
It's
sure.
like,
Yeah.
oh, penalty
Final
zone.
breath.
Penalty zone, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a lot of XPs. I think XPs in M5 have just been that way, right? They can play Terizla in their sleep. It's the most common hero. They go for the hero that's not as common, but it's a Grok in the Rome, I am thinking now, right?
Technically flex still.
Yeah, but
Technically.
so far this tournament, have we actually seen a Grok XP? That's my question.
I don't think so. We haven't. The pickups. For AP Brand, Lapu Lapu still is a prime option. There's also the option of the Edith, because Edith is naturally a good hero going up against this Faramis, where you spend that out. And then the Valentina, it's a valid choice as well for AP Brand, unless they want to go for Eve, which has been proven to be good against the Faramis.
It is.
Great against the
Great
Pyramis.
against
I mean, there's a reason why the Gore was banned out, right?
Exactly.
But they could also just go for the safest choice, Lilia.
Yeah, Lilia. Such safest choice.
So now the clock is ticking down. A lot of good choices, and
Yep.
Lilia has been picked up, and
Damas.
Flap again. I mean,
Ooh,
he's been winning on this Damas, man. No reason not to pick it up.
No.
This might be the game-winning draft coming in from
Exactly.
maybe Ren.
The series-winning draft. What do
Ford
you-
wins all. That's why it's banned.
That's why it's banned.
That's why it's banned, Naisu.
With the Dyroth being banned out, what else is left for Onyx, for Boots to use going up against this Thams? There's still this Edith. It's just technically not a very bad hero, but at the same time, it provides you with the front line that you need. And then you can run down the enemies with it. Maybe they might even consider Uranus, actually.
Oh.
For that, they have the split push. For them to be able to have the split push, go Purify, and then you can stay in front of this Akai.
Yep. Clock is ticking down. It looks like Onyx.
In my
They're going to pick up the Phobius. It's all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. AB Brand 4-3. I mean, we talked about the Phobius the moment we saw the 1-1.
That's right.
Yeah, and then on top of it, the Arlet comes around, and then you think, okay, Phobius, if it's not picked, it's going to be banned. That's what you said in
Yeah.
the first phase. It wasn't picked or banned, so it was picked up. We have Mr. Bomba again. Oh, there you go.
And Mr. Basic as well. the
Mr.
building.
Basic and Mr. Bomba, the two Bs.
Two Bs.
We just need Beloyski to complete the
BBB.
BBB.
All right, going into this game, Wolf, the Phobius, will it be a difference maker, or will Boots won't be able to do much with him?
Difference maker when it comes to the team fights, 100%. My problem is, how does it fare against the Thams in the XP lane? I would assume that it's not that good. So there are many few heroes that actually win against the Thams in the laning stage.
The golden road for this year is for the Sky Kings.
5 seconds till the
The dream is still alive for them to complete it, but they gotta take down AP Brand. That is again in match point, where we're going into game number 6 to see whether it will end here or it will go all 7 games.
At the start of the game, it's Kyrie who has a significant advantage on the Guinevere. This is the reason it's so heavily prioed in the draft. Baptiste and Ogwen, though, very aggressive start of the game. Actually clears it out very well. Kyrie has already rotated. This might be a miscalculation. Sans as well is here. Flicker out from Ogwen. Baptiste holding on to that orange buff. But in the end, will disengage.
Yep. Interesting idea, because we know that the Phobius will not win against the Thams, but he gets level 2 now, so it's gonna quite an even matchup. And the reason why that happened is because Keyboy did the anti-glue treatment in M4. If you remember, they used the Grok to block the minions twice, so that the minions will be in favor of Boots. And that was a genius move coming out from Onyx. That's why they drafted this Grok earlier on.
We gotta talk about Super Marco again. Now using the Master Assassin, where before this, he was a tenacity, but Kyrie.
He's trying to go for the invade. Spatial migration, retribution secures the invade steal over to the gold buff now. It seems like he should be able to find this for free unless, nope, Kyrie takes it.
Yeah, looks like looks like Flapteezy still again wants to go for that Corrosion Scythe early and maybe try to bully out Boots, because the Vovia is strong, but if the Vovias can't do much in lane, then it's not going to be that big of a problem. Kyrie again, always getting pressured by AP Brand. AP Brand has a thing for Kyrie.
Yeah. They know.
I mean, he is cute, but you know.
Even the fans in the building, CW versus Super Marco 1v1 battle. Oh my goodness. Marco able to escape, regen pop by CW. Does this mean Marco has already used it? Oh, a diamond trap, CW needs one, Super Marco gets away. My God, every little fight.
Woo.
I feel like after this game, they're going to be best friends, man.
They are.
I mean, like, that
Or
kind
maybe
of...
not, you know, I mean like.
I mean, dude, you bonded over a best of 7 like that?
That's true.
You gain respect, man.
They have an even better or more special connection for sure.
Flapteezy jumping forward, Violet Requiem locking few down. That's a lot of damage. Black Shoes as well with a heavy spin. Flapteezy secures it. The heavy spin knocks Keyboy out of the frame. Demonic Force though. Now on the Flapteezy. One more shot should do it. First blood secured by Onyx. Keyboy still onto Owen, who still has the Vengeance, but he gets knocked up. Final slash into the Vengeance, into Kyrie, one shot, but he's still able to survive. Ogwen turned around now, still brought back to the team by the Stampede, and it's AP Brand who win in a prolonged team fight.
I mean, that was a very prolonged team fight. I kind of feel like Onyx really wanted that kill because, again, he was right in front of them. Who wouldn't want it? But AP Brand was able to buy enough time for the rest of the team to respond.
Exactly. But the thing is, Onyx will manage to go for double lanes this time. That this is the effect of CW winning some of the early stages of the match, of this laning stage, allowed him to get even more gold for his team. And this is the main win condition of Onyx. Stat pad this Claude, give all of the things to CW and let him carry the game later on.
Looks like the first item coming in from Lilia is going to be the Enchanted Talisman, going to help out quite a lot during that turtle fight. Well, CW as well as Super Marco, they're really going at it.
Blazing Duet in the bottom lane. Super Marco going to be chunked down. He did get the gold buff, however, and Onyx now tried to look for an angle to attack this bottom side of the map. Meanwhile, Spatial Migration into the Requiem finds a kill in the mid lane onto Few. Without the Purify, he was a sitting duck.
Going at able to force the final slash or the Purify onto CW. But that was a great pinch coming out from Onyx. They found a reaction coming from AP Brand because there was a massive push in the bottom lane. So naturally you want to defend that, but they cut it off.
I know. Now he has level advantage onto Kyrie. So for me, it just signals that the invasion onto Kyrie was definitely worth it. Because Kyrie is... I don't know. This is Kyrie, man. Even with a level disadvantage, I feel like he can still secure the turtles.
Final slash, though, on the Suns. Might force a flicker out with Baptiste jumping in, but he actually instead goes for another round. Brought back! Suns taken out. The flicker with 1 second off. Spatial Migration, though. Locking him down. The turret gets the kill back, and it's a 1-for-1. Now it's Boots, who's rotated over. The Demonic Force already used earlier, so now it's going to be resetted. It's going to be on cooldown.
Yep. Nice reset coming out from
Whoa.
Keyboy.
Coronation, wild charge, plays into web, getting him down. Keyboy gets the kill. CW goes for another wave push in the mid lane with Sans respawning. Kyrie holding the turtle down.
Yeah, right now the turtle has been started. Sans is there. Ogwen
Chewe.
sees it, but looks like Kyle TZ is going.
Yep.
I don't know.
Heavy spin. Still
No.
has it.
No demonic force, spatial migration, Valor Requiem, Retribution, Kyle! TZ finds it and even a pin onto Kyrie and AP Bren. Come alive once again. That lead going back and forth.
Absolutely. AP Brand taking advantage of what they have. They have the heavy spin versus the Guinevere. The Keyboy getting chunked down. Oh my goodness.
What was that deal?
That was Flap Teasy.
The fadeaway.
And what he does is, I think there's one thing that I really want to comment about Flap Teasy, a very smart move that he made. After he was able to take out the Nether Realm, there's a suppression, right? So he threw his sight, waited for Sans to be not invulnerable anymore, then swings him back with the sights, then gets the kill. And he does it, almost does it again against Keyboy, taking full use of the sights.
We gotta look at the goal lead though, because even though AP Brent has the goal lead, but CW has the goal lead. Oh, before that, Sans getting jumped down. Looks like Ogwen understanding that Sans is not in a good position. He wants to force it and forcing on CW.
Purify now brought back to Ogwen. The vengeance is going to be reset and he goes back to the Valor image and he pops in that blazing duet, but Flap Teasy is there to punish. Keyboy wild charge defensively and AP Brent take the lead.
Significant lead, as they will be able to take out the turret up top. They get a kill onto CW, who we have been commending to be able to farm out the early stages of the game, but now it's stopped. And AP Bren have the absolute lead in the first 6 minutes of game number 6.
Oh, Flaptizi looks like he is not the one getting caught here. He aggresses even though Kyrie was the one initiated.
Yeah, even Keyboy now opens it up. Super Marco getting the turret in the bottom lane. Ogwen poking Keyboy down, doing a good amount of damage.
But right now, AP Brander moving as a unit. Boots is moving around Sans to make sure that Sans is actually able to survive, actually able to farm
Look
up.
at Marco.
Super Marco is just pushing.
He's alone in the bottom lane. It's a 4v5 for Onyx, but they're not actually going in just yet. They go for it. Spatial migration, Valor Requiem locking Ogwen down. That should be a kill. Kyrie picks it up. Meanwhile, the bottom lane, tier 2 should be taken down by Super Marco. Few still able to pop the glooms in. Demonic Force. Zoning Flap Teasy away. Keyboy break taken very low. Count Teasy with a good pin down. But the Demonic Force is still on him. Few, Black Shoes, back away. That's Sans flickering forward. Kyrie finds the turtle. Meanwhile, Sans will fall. Flap Teasy outplays him under the tier 1.
I mean, he was greedy, man. Like, he really wanted it. And the thing is, he paid for it. Right now, Onyx, even though they won that tournament again. I don't know, man. I feel like losing that tier 2 is going to hurt Onyx in the long run.
100%. The only good thing that might have came out from that is the fact that they pushed the mid lane. And the fact that they pushed the mid lane means that they have access to better access to the mid lane. And obviously, somebody just can't take care of this long lane anyways. That's the only good thing that came out of that. And of course, the goal that they had afterwards. And look at
This is interesting.
CW.
J-Way.
Actually,
Wow.
I'm looking at Boost because usually you see the Clock of Destiny, but he went for the Lightning Truncheon.
Yeah.
I think I like this build better. Dominance Ice Rush into the Lightning Truncheon as the Phobius. You're not that required to actually output the damage anyways. You have the Claude for that, and you have Sans to dive with you. You badly need the Dominance Ice because you're the one to be in the front lines. And AP Bren, with the fact that they have both Ogwen as well as Flapteasy, good sustained heroes, somebody has to really man the front lines and then take over with the Dominance Ice.
I'm very interested to see the Lightning Truncheon on the Phobius. But before that, Kyle TZ finds Kyrie. It looks like they want him.
Heavy spin, but the Valor Requiem cancels it out. Sans gonna be pinned down to the wall. Final smash used up another round. Gets Kyrie forward, Keyboy! Finds a wild charge of Few, gets Kyrie down. CW, able to fight. Bench is still gonna be popped in by Flapteasy as Boost jumps into the back line. Demonic Force from Boots! Crossbow tang though from Super Marco. Sans, Ghostbusters in. Super Marco is down. Ogwen jumping in. Another one from Boots! Flapteasy, one last member standing, and Ghostbusters to shut him down.
Onyx won a big W there. They got a wipeout.
An alpha of AP Bren finding a good jump onto Onyx, almost taking out Kyrie. Sans' ultimate was just
Uh-oh.
pixel perfect.
Oh, Sans.
They're blitzing it here.
They're blitzing it. Kyrie's
Yeah.
already here.
Kyle's bot, they are giving it away. They're giving it up. Onyx have taken the first lord of the game.
Look at the live coming in from Indonesia. They're excited, man. Right now, Onyx having the lead here. But again, AP Brand, they have showed time and time again, they can fish out that mistake coming in from Onyx. And we've seen quite a few times with Boots. Let's talk about Boots. 2-0-5 here, Wolf.
Yes. Was the last one to get into the fight around the Lord area. But his timing was perfect because now he is able to force out Super Marco. And big shout outs to Kiba with the flicker play, or the wall charge play, in fact, in the previous fight. That is what allowed Onyx to win that fight afterwards.
Right now looking at the items as well, even though a big goal difference coming in from the Claude as well as the 1-1, but I feel like Super Marco can still dish out the damage. For Sans here, he's zoning everyone out. He's just like, I'm a Faramis, choo-choo, I'm gonna hit you.
Choo-choo. Is that
Okay.
what Faramis...
Yeah.
Is the noise, the sound?
Choo-choo.
I believe you.
Choo-choo.
I play Faramis a lot, man.
I believe you.
Faramis, the train engine.
Doesn't have the right ring, but you know what? We'll work on it.
The most important item for Boots gets the Winter Truncheon. Able to tank damage coming out of Super Marco. Definitely going to be able to dive that. And now that's a massive problem.
Spatial migration onto Flap. Final slash, we can Kyrie back, but Flap TZ is still going to be isolated. Kyrie taken down. Another round late, but the wild charge still connects. Demonic Force in the midst of it all. Kyle TZ now with a heavy spin. That's still Flap TZ falling down. Boots in the midst of it all again. Now with a Winter Truncheon, he buys it in time. Another Demonic Force onto the go. Boots finds it. CW marches forward. Bites and triple kill.
Oh,
What? Keyboy?
Keyboy, the one to tag that, but I think that this is sacrifice to take the Lord. And nice touch from CW again.
Boots falls as well. The sacrifice necessary. Sans and CW bringing it back. The damage coming through. CW with nature. Oakwood, vengeance. CW guns him down. It's a wipeout. But Flap has respawned. Onyx need to back away.
Okay, what's going on? CW looks angry, man. He doesn't want to back down. He's using a claw, but it feels like he's the Thamus. He wants to sit in front. He
my
wants to deal the
God.
damage.
Wow.
CW. He wants to take his family to Japan, and I think that he's doing everything he can to do it. I cannot. It is indescribable the way that he held his ground and knew exactly who can kill him. And the fact that Boots already took out Super Marco with the wonderful Winter Truncheon play, that allowed CW to be unafraid of fighting under the base of AP Brand.
Well, konnichiwa minasan. Onyx right now having a 5.6k goal lead. And CW again, 8-1-5. Very, very impressive here. It does look like Onyx now they have the mentality is that they want to get everything from AP Brand in terms of their skills. All of their survivability once is gone, CW is just going to go in and he's going to clean job. Now AP Brand, they're in a position where CW is a problem, but you can't ignore Boots and you can't ignore Sans. Kyrie has not been having a great game, but dude, everyone else around him is moving forward.
Exactly. Even Keyboy with the wild charge usages, the way that he's tanking for his team. And then there's Boots, the proper timing all the time. No contest. They're waiting for 13-10.
Yep, there you go. It's not going to spawn this wave. They'll have a bit more time to prep for it. 13-40.
Yep. So now prepping the lane, CW has to be careful because I feel like AP Brand, that's the goal. It's like, yo,
But I feel like that's...
Flap did it. Oakwood, you got to do it, man. Flap did it.
He did.
You can catch him. You got to find a slash. He's going to be the one that's like, you know, everything's on his shoulders now.
Those gold meteor available for the 1-1.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Final
Okay.
slash. Oh, my God.
Okay, Oakwood. I know what I said, but not like that.
Not like that.
Not like that.
NLT. Not like that.
All right, now the Lord is marching down mid. Kyrie's down bot. The top lane is coming in a little bit slower, but the mid as well as the bottom, they're going to crash together.
In sync. Mid lane held down by the barrier. There you go, the three-way push that they built up. Top lane going to be taken down by CW right now, but Baptiste has dealt so much damage. But the nature going to be popping in right now, so another round gets used up. CW has the back away. Baptiste has used the vengeance while charge. No initiation from Onyx. They'll be happy with a base turret. CW is too low for them to go for anything else.
Great play coming out from Flap, forcing the vengeance and finding CW, even forcing the Wind of Nature. That's going to be a massive resource that Onyx will not have, but they have to defend for more.
Well, CW is top, but we got to think about Sans. He doesn't have the net realm anymore. Can't Onyx even force it. Oh, that's a big mistake.
Plays in the web from CW right now. The pullback from the Stampede. The demonic force to execute them in the back. Now it's going to be View dealing some damage, but that's a double kill. Oh! Super Marco finds across the whole tank. Now that's Keyboy with a wild charge to take us to Game 7.
There is absolutely no way we can end the M5 World Championship without going all 7 games. Onyx and AP Brand. This isn't a best of 7. Now it's just a best of 1.
And I wish this will go Game 9, Game 11. I wish to see these teams fight against each other time and time again because every single play is just amazing. It's smart, it's amazing, it's mechanically skilled. I'm so entertained.
I'm gonna pass it to the panelists, and let me just say, the question is, I don't think Busk is getting shafted anymore.
I know for sure now we're in Game 7. We're going to Game 7. Onyx takes Game 6, going all the way in hopes of claiming the Golden Road. What a turnaround. A back and forth in the early to mid, and now here we are.
I thought they didn't have it in them.
Brand pick up the Fredrin.
The Theramis is the typical answer for Onyx this time. Maybe they pick up the Claude with that. Or maybe they take up the Bruno. Bruno Theramis or Claude Theramis. No reason not to pick it up if you're Onyx.
Yeah, especially considering they might be up against either a Claude or a Brody. Two heroes that up against the NetherRealm will struggle. Onyx can definitely go for the Theramis here with, I mean, just take a look at the bans, right? Just throughout this series, the progress that we've seen. AP Brent started out with just Cryo heroes. It's a Kadita for Sans. It's an Indonesian hero.
Keyboy.
Oh, you're right. That
We're
flex
talking
potential.
about Onyx. We're talking about Onyx.
Oh my goodness. Do you still want to go Lilia for AP Brand or do you want to pick up the... I mean, the Bruno is good. Theramis plus Fredrin though, that's a valid option here for AP Brand because it's a classic combo. Decent versus the Kadita.
Oh.
There it is. Maybe they close it out with the Arlet.
Here's the thing, man. I kind of feel like that Kadita pick was forcing that Theramis pick because it's a good answer, right? Kadita goes in, wants to burst. What does the Theramis do? Cancels out that burst. So this Kadita feels like a bait, man.
Yep.
Something about this doesn't seem right.
The art of
Brody,
miracle.
a very early Brody here from AP Brand. I mean, it did work before. That's instantly answered by a Terizla. Onyx are going in for their signature picks. Or the picks that work.
I'm looking at the draft here, and I kind of feel like Onyx, they want to have a very solid front line. I feel like they want to go in. I feel like they want to pick up the pressure. They want to pick up the tempo, not letting AP Brand time to think. Because AP Brand is a very disciplined team.
That's right.
And if you break up their systematic, and if you, I would say if you break their formation, maybe at a Game 7. In the best of 5, you can't do it. In the best of 3, you can't do it. In the best of 5, sorry, in the best of 7, that's where you see the cracks.
Yeah.
You're right.
Because you've seen so much games, you've seen so much, you've battled against him so much, and you even mentioned like CW versus Super Marco, they might have developed their own relationship in that gold chain because of how many times they have poked each other out. It's a very likely option here. AP Brand, gonna be looking for some bans on the marksman for sure. Like the Claude still is a good ban for AP Brand because you don't want to give that out, and also maybe the Bruno.
There's no time to chit-chat.
They ban on the Gord anyways.
They're seeing this pick as suspicious as well.
Yeah.
This might be it. But if it ban out too many mid laners, maybe Sans just like, yeah, no, I can't use the Kadita, no worries.
That's the beauty of using the flex pick here in Game 7, right? Meanwhile, for AP Brand, they've gone for solid picks in their own roles for the Brody, the Theramis, and the Fredrin.
Yeah.
I would say the Fredrin can be flex, but for AP Brand particularly, we've never seen it at M5.
Yeah.
We've seen it multiple times into the mid lane even in ISF.
Yes. How about the Dairoth here for Onyx as the ban? Because we know for sure that the Dairoth is great versus the Baksha. Gonna be pick up, and obviously the Novaria from a few.
Yeah, we got to look at both players' most used hero, 71% win rate for the Valentina for San, 77% win rate. Novaria for few. Again, very impressive heroes where we saw doing quite well in this game so far. The stats is on the screen here, and looking at Onyx betting out the Grok as well.
Yep. My inference here is that it is a hero that can be used against the Kadita in a way that you can spot out where the Kadita is. It's a bush checker. I don't know if that's a proper word, but yeah.
It is now. You said it on the world stage at what?
Okay.
4 million people watching?
That's right.
If we can go up to 6, that would be amazing. But the final ban here, coming in from AP Brand, we will see if Brand wins, I'll propose to my girlfriend.
W-Mans.
W-Mans.
Wait.
Do it now.
Do it now.
Yeah, do it now.
Do it now.
Why are you waiting?
Projection, right?
Yes.
You gotta imagine it. You gotta do it.
Do it now, man. Do it now. But Lilia getting banned out as well. They're really not taking the bait here. They do feel like this might be a key boy Kadita. Now that they see this Brody, do they pick up the Bruno or do they still want the Claude?
Claude is going to be a solid option for Onyx, but if they don't pick up their gold laner now, I think they might be eyeing for something like a Harith.
Yeah, I was about to say that too.
It's a good hero. Maybe they pick it last. So now it means that they might pick up...
Happy anniversary, by the way.
Yep.
Happy anniversary.
They might pick up something like Edith here. It's the Faramis, of course.
1% ban pick rate, 100% win rate.
That's right.
And it's against a Faramis, against a Brody, 2 heroes that struggle against a Yve.
That's right.
This is what happens in a long series, man. You wait to hold on to your ace.
Exactly. You exhaust everything and then
Bad Mirko?
I'm sorry.
Nani?
I said 4-0 something, remember?
You're not fair. You're not fair. Fair.
You're fair. Yeah, true. Oof. Okay, now you're going to be looking for maybe a roamer, maybe a rupee actually for AP Brand because it can check the waves. Minotaur is also open. That's also a valid hero going up against Eevee. I mean, you don't get some of the real world manipulation, but at the same time, you stop him from doing it. So they Edith. They go Edith and the Khalid. So this leaves us with the gold laner. Will it be Harith? But that might be an overload of magic damage.
Yeah.
So they might just go standard. Go for Claude.
Yeah, go for standard, man. This is game 7.
Game 7.
You don't want to leave it up to chance. If they do pick up the Harith, then again, keeping their ace in their sleeve.
Yeah, Bruno or Claude.
Yeah, Bruno or Claude, definitely.
I think Bruno, more consistent damage. Claude can do the same thing, technically, with a lot of pressure they already have already, but CW is feeling it. CW is feeling it after an MVP performance in the previous game.
What did he do? He went in their base and he said, fight me, fight CW. He took that fight, he got that wipeout. I mean, at this point, you got the momentum. Don't stop. This is for the World Championship.
And the thing is, if you're looking at to compare both of the lineups, we know for sure that this Brody composition from AP Brand is very strong at the early to the mid game. Come late game though, Deceive with the Claude, and then you have the Kadita factor. It's going to be hard to control the map. AP Brand, they might win this best of 7. They should win this best of 7 only with their standard playstyle. Their early game.
To everyone tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the last game of the M5 World Championship, where either the Golden Road will be completed or the World Tour be completed. We're jumping into the game where this game will determine the World Champions.
Mobile Legends.
There's no other way to see it happen. One last time. Rizal Memorial Coliseum. Give it up for the 2 teams.
Now, Keyboy as well as Ogwen, man-to-man defense, looking at each other here. Looks like this time maybe Brand is opting not to go aggressive into the jungle. Kyrie, for once, will have an easier time farming up to level 4.
CW opted to go for the Purify, knowing that he can be gone upon by Ogwen. And obviously, Flap TZ can go for the Flicker plays, we know. That can eliminate the gold laner easily. So Wind of Nature might be rushed here by CW. Maybe his 3rd item, or maybe 4th.
Okay, some damage placed down. Quick Sand Guard gets him a bit more HP. Kyrie already looking for an invade. But Kelties is able to clear it out. Just a big one though. Kyrie looking for a little small one. Retrieves it, gets level 4, and pokes Kelties, getting boots a bit more prio in the bottom lane.
And again, we got to look at how Sans and Keyboy, I got to say this duo has been doing well for Onyx, but the same can be said for Few as well as Ogwen. I do feel like with the composition that they both have, the mid duo is going to be a very big impact in this game.
Speaking of the mid duo here for Keyboy as well as Suns, it's a tricky duo because you clear the waves fast, but you don't necessarily stay in that lane. It's going to be up to Onyx on how they utilize this, Keyboy, Kadira. And at the same time, AP Bren, they don't have the best heroes to kind of check the bushes. Maybe Kyle TC could be there, but of course Few can save his teammates, but they're not built for this Kadira.
Few able to pull them in, but not that much damage. Both Sans as well as Boost just won that level 4. Kyle TZ already leashing the turtle in a position where he can cancel at any moment. Kyrie thinks about it. But Boost as well as Sans now level 4.
Doing the same thing. Kyrie with the shield unity into the back right now, able to connect it onto Ogwen, who has the Earth Shatter. And now the onward. Towards the point Sans. Flapteezy finds him. The real world revelation is popped in. First blood secured by Flapteezy. Another round coming down as Boost deals some damage. Retribution battle still for Kyrie, but Few finds it, and that's going to be a skill from Keyboy. Ogwen with the Primal Wrath. The Brazers Wrath. Ogwen gets the kill onto Keyboy, and Onyx lose down in the first turtle fight.
Oh yeah, definitely AP Bren won the turtle, won the fight. This is the usual story of this best of 7. Look at AP Bren to win the early.
Yes. It's the early game for AP Bren all the time. They're the masters of the early game that we saw all throughout this M5. Every time that they win, they destroy their enemies in the early stages. And you gotta say, FapTZ started the charge once again, going in for the flicker play. In fact, they have Pope Sans. Sans forced to use the flicker and the real world manipulation to try to keep himself alive. But in the end, during the turtle fight, he was a non-factor. And it's all thanks to FlapTZ.
Yep, now looking at the item builds here, the Clot has to delay a little bit just because he has to build a little bit of defense, but Boots getting attacked here.
Look at that burst. My goodness. The Ghost Bursters as well. Boots, defensive penalty zone. Calteezy dives, flicker. Out. Real world manipulation. Popped down by Sans. Ogwen. Just posturing. Zoning Boots away. Meanwhile,
looks like CW just wants to farm up safely here. And again, Onyx, they have to find a way to slow down the game while AP Bren has to figure out how to get these objectives because they've been getting the kills. They got the turtle. The faster they can get the outer turrets, the more space they're going to deny from Keyboy.
However, Few with 2 assists and a lot of lane prio, able to get to level 6. It's actually almost a level ahead of Suns. Gonna be waiting for that. And that's a massive lead that AP Bren has. More resources, more EXP means that in the early stages of the game, yeah, surely they have the advantage and they can team fight. And eventually, they will activate Super Marco. Fortunately for Onyx, the turtle is onto the bottom lane where Super Marco is not at. It means that they might not suffer from the Brody, but all the same, Onyx, they don't have the best tools to go up against AP Bren anyways.
Yep, and now we're looking at a turtle. Kyle TZ initiated. Kyrie finds Flap. The Flap just wants to wait a little bit of time. He sees Suns.
puts him down. There's a good amount of damage. Calteezy as well there. Both junglers at level 7. Flap on the turtle. No quick sand guard this time round. Kyrie picks up the gold buff. Meanwhile, up top, there's also a little bit of a gank. Oh, going to be caught. Taken down. Kyrie versus Flap versus Kyle, and it's Flap who takes it. Kyrie brought back to the team in the Shadow Stampede. The real world manipulation, not enough to take it down. Kyrie with the juke.
Whoa!
And that is a trade. 1 kill up top for a turtle for AP Bren.
Kyrie is one of the only junglers that can play a utility hero like an assassin.
How the hell did he thread the needle? He gets out and into safety. Unfortunately, still missed the retribution. So, still massive coming out from AP Bren. Almost a free turtle, if you think about it, because they didn't lose anything. At the same time, Onyx had to just back down after all the investments that they did.
Few in the mid lane, very low, Netherrealm. Popped in, Kyrie brought back to the team and onward. They're shattered, connecting bomb, game high! With a rough wave! Ogwen falling, Few as well! Now it's Kyle! With an Abraser's Wrath! Key! Boy! Finds the oddity! Another one on the Marco! Oh! But Sans picks him up!
This is why I say, man, Super Marco, as well as CW, they're developing a relationship. Super Marco came in and was like, I want to go down, but you're going to come with me.
And that's a positive trade, obviously, for Onyx as they switch back toward their side. They give two assists to CW, 1 kill after that. Eventually, he died, but that's all good for a Claude. who's looking for farm in this early stage of the game. Most importantly, they have punished Kyle TZ, and Onyx have recovered. It's gonna be good for the Delusion squad.
Hey, I just want to say, man, this time they're picking up the pace. Both teams are fighting, I would say, in a faster tempo here.
Yes.
Both teams are finding the mistakes, and this is what happens in the best of 7. Keyboy, I gotta say, very good counter engage.
Wonderful.
Coming in from AP Brand is like AP Brand it strikes, but then Keyboy is just like, I'm just waiting for you guys to clump up.
And look at
I
his
want to deal maximum damage.
Look at his position right now. He's trying to pin down Super Marco without the flicker. He does have the petrify. Super Marco not feeling so confident, walking towards that bush, and that's a smart decision on his part.
I mean, at this point, he doesn't want to get wet, man. Like, he smells something, and he's like, I'm smelling a fish.
Kyrie smelling an engage. FlapTZ jumps forward to petrify. He knocks FlapTZ out, but he's still able to get out in time. The quick sand card buys him a little bit more time. CW able to bat away with a battle mirror image, but he did just bait out a raging sandstorm and a quick sand guard.
That's good enough because me Sans can pop the ultimate this time.
No petrify this time though for Keyboy. CW no blazing to it. FlapTZ jumping forward on the Sans. Giving it a bit more damage. CW trying to turn it around. Earth Shatter. Ogwen compromised.
Oh, look
Onward,
at the turtle.
out turtle. Caltese finds it. A beautiful retribution. A beautiful macro play by AP Brett.
Looks like Onyx, they just want to get some kills. They don't really want to contest with the turtle because we saw that they are basically avoiding the turtle. They just want to go in. They want to get Super Marco down because Super Marco looks like Keyboy has to use the rough ways to escape.
We see AP Brenna pushing the envelope up top.
Blazing Duet on the Super Marco. Still able to disengage for now. Punts in the stacks to zone TW away. Does the same to Kyrie, and Boots is waiting in that bush. FlapTZ needs to back off. And Onyx and AP Brett, both these teams.
Look at Kyle TZ. He's taking advantage of this chaos. He's like, hey, if you guys want to go up top, I'm going to go to your purple buff.
It's a massive win. The retribution, he steals it. AP Bren are making micro moves that eventually pile up. And now it's great macro from AP Bren. They have regained the lead because of the small things that they have done. And they are doing it cleanly.
Oh yeah, very clean. Right now, Onyx, it looks like they're being more responsive than being proactive. Whatever AP Brand is doing, they want to counter it for better or for worse. And AP Brand, I kind of feel like they're starting to understand the mentality coming in from Onyx. So if you guys are waiting for us to make a move, well, we're going to give you the sleight of hand. We're going to show you the left side while we take something from the right.
Proteus up top. That means Onyx might go for the push here. But FlapTZ ever so on point with the defense. And AP Bren are just denying everything away from Onyx. Onyx just can't catch a break.
Yeah, look at the position from Onyx. Everyone is on one side of the map.
Sans now engaged on right now.
No
Not able to
flicker.
pop anything in time. And falls. Keyboy in the midst of it all. Petrify. Rough waves. Taunted up. Cancelled out.
What a
Too
cancel.
bad. Kyle Teasy shuts Keyboy down. A turn of our memory onto Kyrie, who pops in that Tortoise's Poissons. And AP Bren now with a significant advantage in the mid-game.
The mental distress, man, is getting to Onyx.
That's right.
Sans now making mistakes.
And the problem there for Sans as well as Keyboy is that they're not tanky heroes. They're eliminated easily. They didn't have their flickers. And the thing is, the Lord was already respawning during that time, so every single move that Onyx did in that fight is a mistake. And AP Bren punishes with the Lord take.
Right now, AP Brand 3,400 gold lead. Onyx, they have CW on the squad. It's possible. But AP Brand, I don't feel like they want to wait that long. They're waiting for that point where Onyx will concede a team fight. And then they might try to push to end.
Stampede, Kyrie with the flank. A weird angle, an off angle to catch AP Bren off. The Purify gonna be used up by few. CW claims the orange buff. Keyboy gets out of the taunt. Lord spawning back in the land of Dawn, this time on AP Bren's side of the map.
It'll be the defense for Onyx. Fortunately for them, they have all the tools to defend. They have an Eve. And this is something that they can use to bridge the early game to the mid game. At this time, Onyx needs to go full anti-disaster protocol now. They need to just regain their part of the map at least.
Yeah.
And they can use the Eve for that one.
Super Marco able to get the turret up top. Kyrie so far is taking the opportunity of AP Brand setting everything up for him to farm for himself. because he understands that he needs to get as tanky as possible.
Hold up, that turret. Ooh, still kept alive by Onyx. Now looking at the mid lane,
Okay.
tier 1. Boots holding it down, but the turret should fall. Tier 1 over to AP Bren.
You see that move coming out from Kautizi, zoning out the members of Onyx by just literally walking down, and AP Brenner taking an easy turret in the middle. Further increasing their lead to 4K, and of course they're gonna get another turret. Now Onyx, their base falls.
This is not looking good for Onyx. You can hear the cheers coming in. AP Brand has the energy coming in from the crowd. Boots goes in, Kyrie as well.
Does the same, now taunted up. Brought back to the team. Turtles and Boy Sound's gonna be used up. Kautizi has the appraiser's wrath, gets chunked down. Penalty down by Boots. Kautizi, Reggie Sands to the back. Keyboy looking for a flag right now. Goes in, but doesn't find anyone. Rough waves. Only on to one. Boots brought back once again. Ogwen, conceal, Earth Shatter to lock Boots down. Kyle doing the same thing. Keyboy with the oddity. Kautizi with the lockup. Ogwen with the follow-up. And that's the Earth Shatter to lock Onyx down.
Onyx, they made a move. That was a brave engage. Everything went right, but the damage was not enough.
Mid lane base turret at risk of getting taken down. One more shot.
They get
Two base turrets. 10 seconds on the clock for Keyboy. 6 for Boots.
Admirable coming out from Onyx to go for the play. Because Boots landed a beautiful penalty zone, but they didn't have the damage. And Sans was sitting back. In fact, CW was babysitting Sans during that time because he knows that the Khalid will eventually jump and they needed to punish. What that meant is that after the jump coming out from Boots, there wasn't any follow-up damage. Even the real-world manipulation is not enough because the Nether Realm is available. So Onyx tried to go for the play, didn't have the items to back it up, and unfortunately lost so much because of that gamble.
AP Brand now doing the Lord as Kyrie.
1 against 3.
Oh, no.
Brought back and taken down. Onyx on the brink. And AP Brent capitalized. Now onto Boots. DPZ. Keyboy with the oddity. With the rough waves. The NetherRealm saves him. CW with a purify. AP Brent are running Onyx down. Keyboy gets another Sound close. Super Marco has slain the mid lane.
But there's no defense. Sans is down for 30 seconds. There's a fat million of waves in the bottom lane. And they have the Brody.
Mid lane gonna be cleared up right now by Boots. He's still holding on to the bottom wave.
The
It's gonna
base!
clear out as well.
They're gonna end
looking for the
this.
base. They're looking for the base. AP Bren, the Sky Kings have been taken down. The Golden Road to Dam. Bren, Lang, Malakas.
The host country has never won a World Series. Look to the stage. They kept the trophy here. They continued the domination. They are the Curse Breakers, the 2-time World Champions. They are AP Red. It's a pleasure working with you, gentlemen. My name is Abel. Alongside with me, Wolf and Mirko. It's a pleasure serving all of you here. But now we are throwing it over to Mara with a world champions.
Congratulations to AP Brand.
What a recovery.
And now we'd like to call Onyx. Please come forward.
We'd like to call on our first runner-up, Onyx.
Onyx, thank you for showing us greatness in your M5 journey. You may now take your final bow. You may now take your bow.
We admire the grit, the determination, and we hope to see you guys stronger next year.
Kyrie, listen to them. Say your name. Thank you so much, Onyx. Let's give him a big round of applause. Thank you. And now, give it up for your M5 World Champion, AP Brand!
The first ever two-time world champion!
To commemorate and officiate this moment, we'd like to welcome Mr. Lucas Mao, Managing Director of Moonton Esports, and Ms. Sophie Guo, Regional Esports Head of Moonton Games, to award the champions medals and check. The Bees return to cement their legacy as their first ever two-time world champion. Team Manager Addy. Bando. Super Marco. Kyle Teasy. Flop Teasy. Ogwen. Idol ng mga kids. Phew.
And of course, all the people behind the scenes.
Coach Ren and the legendary Coach Ducky.
All the people behind the scenes, managers, staff, and everyone who made this win possible. You are now two-time world champions!
And let us now take a photo op. Once again, everybody, give it up for AP Brand. Thank you, Mr. Lucas Mao, and thank you, Ms. Sophie Go. Now it's time to announce the MVP of this grand final series. Let me hear it from you.
And to celebrate the achievement of our finals MVP, let us all welcome Smartphone Country Product Manager of ASUS Philippines, Sir Jerry Chow.
Incredible best of 7 journey. And now it's time to announce the M5 World Championship Finals MVP. Congratulations to Flap TZ!
TZ, Flap!
Flap, congratulations, Flap! Flap, parang nasupresa ka. Congratulations! You are now a two-time world champion and you are the M5 Finals MVP. What's going through your mind? What are you feeling? What do you want to say to everybody?
Sobrang nakaka-shock po kasi di naman ako yung nagpanalo eh. Yung mga teammates ko yung nagpanalo eh. Actually nagpatalo pa nga ako nung nung Arlot ako. So, di ko akalain parang surreal.
He did not expect that he was gonna win the finals MVP. He thought he made them lose. But look at him now. He's the finals MVP. And let's now take a photo op.
Photo op. We'll have a photo op.
op with the finals MVP. Okay.
Thank you very much to Mr. Lucas Mao and Miss Sophia Guo.
Thank you to Miss Jerry Chow. All right. AP Bren, your trophy is right there ahead of you. You may now take your walk of victory. Your pursuit towards greatness has led you to be crowned as the world champion. And now, it's time to raise the trophy that will immortalize this legacy. In 3, 2, 1, ladies and gentlemen, AP Brand, your two-time world champions. This epic clash of titans, AP Brand has proven their greatness. The Mobile Legends Bang Bang M5 World Championship has finally come to an end.
We have witnessed history. And let's not forget that M5 is powered by Moonton, presented by Kidia, and supported by ROG, the official gaming phone, Grab, the official super app partner, and Secret Lab, our official share partner.
On behalf of all our sponsors, our partners, our production staff, the players, the talents, the crew, we hope you enjoyed this tournament and we thank you for supporting Mobile Legends Bang Bang World Championship and for being part of the AP Brand's journey to greatness. My name is Mara Aquino.
And I'm Tito Mikey.
Thank you for watching and we'll see you in M6. Pinas lang!